be a Steelers, consider others before you consider yourself. To protect your brother, even from himself. To give support at your own expense. And when wearing the black and gold suit of armor, make sure nobody desecrates it, disrespects it. Most importantly, we ourselves don't dishonor it. Is to earn the approval from previous legends who have donned the black and gold. Virtues I learned while playing for the Steelers are what make the legacy of the black and gold timeless. They are passed down in the locker room from the steel curtain to anyone who valiantly wears the black and gold. Creating a brotherhood that is deeper than money, business, and winning. To be a Steelers, consider others before you consider yourself. This is our culture, Steeler culture.
Now, here are your hosts, Rob and Dan, the Steel Twins.
Chat, what is going on? Steelers Nation, how yins doing? God, it's been a while. I'm gonna channel in my inner Aaron Lewis here from Stained. It's been a while. It's been a while. It has been a minute, Steelers Nation. 3 months ago was when we were last live here on YouTube talking about our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. It was actually recapping the NFL draft class that we had, the 10 draft picks and players that we selected. That was 3 months ago, bro. That was 3 months ago. Time's flown. It has, thankfully, because Steelers football is just right around the corner. Guys, the Steelers and their players and everybody report on Tuesday. They will be traveling to Latrobe, PA. They will be at Saint Vincent College. They report Tuesday. Practice starts Wednesday. That's right, man. So I can proudly say, with a couple extra nights of sleep ahead of us, Steelers football's back. Thank God. Thank God. It has been quite a very slow and dry offseason. Very. It's been very dry, mostly dead. And behind the scenes, you know, obviously we've been wanting to go live in between. It's just there's a lot going on behind the scenes, so we apologize for the lack of live streams. But let you all know right now, the live streams are back, baby. They're coming back. We're going to be getting back into the groove of things in regards to live streaming. As a matter of fact, Steelers' first preseason game against the Green Bay Packers is just, what, 2.5 weeks away? It's 2 weeks away from Thursday. Yep. August the 13th will be the game. Yes, it will be. So we're just trying to get back into the rhythm of things, just trying to get our groove back here. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in for a live edition of the Steelers Culture Podcast, where, of course, we break down Pittsburgh Steelers football. Today, man, we're going to be talking about what to look forward to in regards to Steelers training camp, considering it is Mike McCarthy's first season as Steelers head coach. Indeed it is. It's crazy because going into this season, it's a whole new vibe, isn't it? It's a whole new outlook. At least I hope it is, compared to what we've seen the last 19 years under Coach Tomlin. Yeah, considering especially the last, I want to say 3 seasons, really. We want one and done 3 straight seasons. Yeah. Same record and all with how many different quarterbacks. Right. So, like, we've been adamant about change, about needing a change of scenery, and that's what we got. Although we weren't exactly too excited or ecstatic about Mike McCarthy being hired, we still got to live with it, and we still got to hope for the best and hope that
this is the change that the Steelers need.
Well, I said it the second he was hired. He has my full support because he's the coach, and if he succeeds, the team succeeds, and that's all we want for his fans.
Of course. God, Mike Tomlin just doesn't seem to get away, does he? Holy God, wait a minute. Wait a minute, bro. Look at this.
Still Saying Jedi has given 20 memberships. My guy.
20 of them. So you're going to be hearing, does this mean we're going to be hearing Tomlin 20 times?
Hold on, how do I?
Is there a way to limit this? Because I feel like 20 is a little over the
Is
top.
that how I do it?
Did you mute it? I think you muted it.
I think I muted the sound.
You get to gist. Tomlin, he's not working. Well, he's going to be
Okay,
working. He's going to be working Sunday Night Football. He's going to be doing that. He ain't working for the Steelers.
Well, I'm actually looking forward to that.
That should be interesting.
I'm looking forward to that. I
That should be
think
interesting.
he'll fit in well there. I don't know why it keeps playing it 20 times.
Because of the gift membership.
I get it, but I need to find a way to make sure it doesn't hit 20 times because say Jedi does that again or someone else does it, it gets kind of annoying, doesn't it? Is it still playing? I'm sure I muted the audio, so.
I mean, I don't hear it coming out of here, so.
We should be good.
But I mean, like, first live stream back in Steelers Saying with 20 gifted memberships.
Yeah, man,
How
huge
about that?
shout out to Still Saying Jedi for the 20 gift memberships. It's very generous of you. By the way, for the season upcoming, obviously it's not required. It's completely up to you guys, but there will be a certain number of super chats you guys can put in that will play different alerts. So for the longest time, we had Ben's 2 words, which was mad annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. Now we have Rob's run the ball. That's still there.
That's a staple. That's a staple. That ain't going nowhere.
But the 2 words for you from Ben is back. But you have to send in a $7 super chat. 7 because his number. 8 gives you a fun Kenny Pickett spin by Rob. That hilarious clip.
That's the only spin you're going to see out of me because I ain't spending any more.
A $20 one gives you Rocky Blyer. 19 gives you Tomlin because of his 19 non-losing seasons.
I think you guys know what that is.
32 gives you Franco. I mean,
you get the gist.
Yes.
You get the gist.
We're slowly trying to build it to make the alerts a little more interesting. But again, it's
pretty
not an
unique.
obligation. It's completely up to you guys. But it's something to make the chat and the donations, which are greatly appreciated, a lot more exciting.
Of course.
For this upcoming season. But
Of
man,
course.
Shout out to the chat. How you guys feeling? There's a poll for yins. Which camp battle are you most anticipated to see during training camp? Starting right tackle, starting right guard, wide receiver 3, or quarterback 2/3, which we'll all break down here today, as long as storylines we should look into, which will include Mike McCarthy and his influence and his whole new coaching staff and what all they're going to bring to the table, what all new factors they're going to bring to the offensive side, the defensive side. Patrick Graham most specifically, because what's he going to bring to the defense that we badly need, which was a change of scenery, which is a different vibe and a different mind there. Someone that's actually going to take the reins and actually have full power to do whatever the hell he wants to do.
Exactly.
He's going to run a lot of nickel and dime, which is going to mean a lot of rotations for the defensive backs, which is a stacked room this year, which is a great thing. Where are they going to play Ramsey mostly? Where are they going to play Brisker mostly?
That's an addition right there that I do look forward to. Brisker.
Because let's say they put Ramsey at free safety. Well, who's going to play slot a lot? Is it going to be Eccles? Is it going to be, I don't know, like a guy like Dante Kent possibly? Could Everett work his way up to that spot?
Could they put Samuel in there? Though he has
Asante
more
Samuel,
experience
yeah.
outside. Is it something that they could experiment? I don't know.
It's a lot to look forward to.
It's an idea.
I don't know exactly what to expect this upcoming season, but I will admit I am interested. I am pretty excited. I have concerns regarding the ceiling, but I guess that's every Steelers season, isn't it?
Well, I mean, that's just the Tomlin lore still lingering around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I guess all that still just got to get rid out of us, and just what we got to see out of a McCarthy-led Pittsburgh Steelers football team.
Yes. Corey Flores in the chat says, "Can we just tank for Jeremiah Smith?" I'm joking. God, we're talking about the draft, which is in what, DC next year?
It is in DC. Yes.
That's actually closer to us than Pittsburgh was.
Yes.
And we went to Pittsburgh, which was fun.
Oh, a blast! I'll never forget it.
It was awesome.
Fun
We met a lot
experience.
of people, a lot of yins out there.
Of course.
It was a great time. And yes, we're still thinking about going to a game, which would most specifically be that Browns game, November 1st. We don't have the tickets yet, but it's absolutely still in the back of our head. We gotta get out there.
We're still enticed to potentially go to that game, especially since that would be the second matchup of the Steelers and Browns for the upcoming season. And if the Browns beat us in Cleveland, to which they've done since Ben has retired, I want to see us get some revenge on the Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because we have not swept them since Ben. Yeah.
Yes. And we just haven't been to a game since Ben's second to last home game against the Titans,
Yeah.
where we saw him get his last rushing touchdown of his career.
We were there.
We were there.
Oh, T.J. Watt sack that I think broke the Steelers record.
Yes. That was there too.
That was
We saw
5
that.
years ago. That was almost 5 years ago.
That was 2021.
God, time really does fly, doesn't it?
It does fly. And listen, man, we're just undefeated when we go to Steelers games. So we got to keep that streak alive.
Now we can't go this year. You just
No.
jinxed us.
We
That's
got to
how
keep
it
the streak
works.
alive. No. The Browns just can't do it in Pittsburgh. They can't do it. They can't do it.
You just jinxed us.
No.
man. Put it in as a loss, man, because he said it.
Shador ain't got nothing on Jalen Ramsey.
Bro, we lost to Dorian Thompson-Robinson not too long ago. Where's he at?
That was Matt Canada's fault, okay? And Kenny Pickett. That game, my God.
And now I'm opening bad memories.
If there's one positive to come out of that game, Matt Canada got fired because of it. That was a positive. I'll take it. That's the best positive you can get out of that game.
God, that was.
Other than that, Kenny Pickett kept freaking spinning.
I don't miss those days. I'll tell you that right now.
No.
That 2023 season was very tough to get through. One of the toughest seasons I've witnessed as a Steelers fan. And yes, I say that still as a younger fan because I'm coming into almost 20 years as a fan now. So I didn't see the days before Ben, but
No.
if that's as bad as it gets, I don't want to go any farther.
Well, there's a reason why Kenny Pickett is now a journeyman.
Where's he at now?
The Panthers. He might be the backup to Bryce Young. If that's the case, Panthers fans, you better pray and hope to whatever God you believe in that
God
Bryce
bless.
Young does
Guess
not
what?
get hurt.
We've moved on from Kenny Pickett. We're now looking ahead for Will Howard and Drew Allar.
That's right.
And I'm looking very, very forward to seeing their progression. Because Will Howard's coming to his second year. He didn't see a single snap last year.
Unfortunately.
Not even in preseason because he injured his hand, his thumb or something
it
last
was
year.
a hand fracture or something like that. Maybe a thumb injury. I can't remember.
Right. And Drew Allar, he's already working closely with McCarthy, which you knew was going to happen. I mean, you already knew before he was even selected. What was it, 76 overall?
76 overall from Dallas.
You already knew McCarthy was a fan of Allar.
Yeah.
Like, the second Allar was talking to the reporters at the Combine about McCarthy, like, I already sensed that connection.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was during the draft process. Allar said, McCarthy was just really trying to get an understanding of what Allar was as a person and how much he loves the sport of football.
And according to reports, McCarthy has already told Allar, erase everything Coach Franklin told you.
Which honestly is a good thing for Allar because sometimes you got to start fresh.
Well, Coach Franklin,
You gotta relearn everything.
He didn't build any quarterbacks at Penn State, did he?
No, obviously
So
not.
I'm hoping Allar can really put it together because I still think it was a reach. And no, he wasn't a good college quarterback. But if McCarthy is the quarterback guru everyone says he is, and if Aaron Rodgers can give him knowledge that he's also given Howard, that's a great thing for potentially the future of this quarterback position.
I never denied the potential from Allar. I've always stated throughout the process that you got to be extremely patient with Allar.
Very.
It's going to take. I think
he's
it's going to
terribly raw.
I think it's going to take more than a year. I think it might just take about 2 years.
I wouldn't play him at all this year.
No,
Not in the regular season.
He's got no. He's got a red shirt. He's got to learn. He's got to develop. He's got to understand the playbook. He's still got to work with McCarthy. He's got to work behind the scenes.
He's the quarterback 3. That is confirmed. Who's the quarterback 2?
Quarterback, well, it's between, obviously, Mason Rudolph or Will Howard.
Well, to me, it should be Will Howard because you brought Aaron Rodgers back for 2 reasons. In their opinion, to make a push, but also to continue to build the young quarterbacks you have on the roster. You added Allar. You still have Howard, who already learned a lot from him last year.
Yep.
Why would you get rid of the young guys if you're keeping Aaron Rodgers? Wouldn't you want him to continue to give them so much knowledge? That way they can soak all that up like a sponge.
Right.
I mean, listen, I respect Mason, and I thank him for saving the 2023 season, but it's clear that he's the odd man out here. Now, I'm not saying Will Howard should be gifted the quarterback 2 spot without doing anything. There's still going to be a battle, but you're looking at the stage of Mason's career, and you're looking at the stage of the quarterback situation for the Steelers. Mason's the odd man out. And I know he has a great relationship with A-Rod, much better than his relationship he ever had with Ben. I mean, they were out west riding horseback, listening to King George
Troubadour. Great song, by the way.
Great song.
Great song.
But, yeah, you just notice, like, Mason has this relationship with Rodgers. Shout out to Nathan with a $2 super chat. He says, hard to believe that preseason is finally here soon. It's here.
Yes, sir.
It's here. Actually, when's the first actual game? When's the Hall of Fame game?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Can you check that up real quick? Ain't it 2 weeks?
August 6th.
Thursday, August 6th.
Next Thursday.
So a week and a half.
Next Thursday.
Hell yeah. All right.
God, we got 1.5 more weeks to get through before we actually watch.
We're getting there.
I don't care if it's backups.
We're getting there. But yes, in regards to Howard and Mason, we know what to expect from Mason.
Well, yeah.
As shown last year. And Mason wasn't exactly he's reliable. I feel like he's a capable and solid backup quarterback for any given team. Though last year, I don't think he was exactly the most reliable or the best, especially in that Bears game. He wasn't that great.
No.
He wasn't. And when he came in for the Bills game for that one time, he threw an interception. He overthrew Darnell Washington, if you guys remember. You know what to expect from Mason. From Howard, you don't know what to expect, but you see the youth in him. You see how he carries himself. You see the potential right there. And that's a draft selection that Khan himself has invested in. And when you look at, so far, his draft classes, everybody that he selected, the only people that have not stuck around is Corey Trice because he just couldn't stay healthy. It was the one safety. What was his name? That had to retire due to injury.
Ryan Watts.
Ryan Watts, thank you. Yeah, he had to retire due to injury. That was it. I believe those are the only two that have not stuck around. Those were because of injury situations, injury reasons.
Right.
Everybody else that Omar Khan has selected, even late round selections, they still stuck around because he's investing in the players that he selected. I think that still continues.
Yeah, most of his classes have actually stuck around.
That is unless Will Howard absolutely is terrible in practice or preseason. He just doesn't live up to the potential that a lot of the players and the coaches,
Which we don't know. We don't know.
And then that's one of the enticing things about training camp and preseason coming up is finally seeing Will Howard go out there and perform if he stays healthy, if he doesn't get injured again. That's one of the enticing things about this upcoming camp.
Well, I'll tell you what. From the fan videos that will be surfacing in training camp and all the reports from all the Steelers media, Will Howard is definitely at the top of my list of guys I will be reading and looking out for in terms of seeing how he's progressing and updates and all that kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
He's at the top of my list for me because I want to see what he does in his second year. And I think we mentioned it in our latest upload where there's not many people from the previous administration that can actually get a visual sense of how Howard has changed from rookie season to year 2 in camp.
Yeah, just the small developments, the small changes.
Because all the coaches from last year are essentially gone.
The only coaches, as a matter of fact, the only coaches that have stuck around
is the quarterback coach.
Tom Arth and technically Scott McCurley, our inside linebacker coach. But because he has prior connection to McCarthy, so that plays a part.
But Tom Arth, the quarterback coach.
As far as offensive coaches, he's the only one that stuck around
which is important because if you're going to keep Howard, you want the quarterback coach building them.
Yes.
So Tom Arth, as long as Aaron Rodgers are the two people that you can go to and get an idea of, hey, he's changed this and that regarding his throwing motion or his footwork or his release or his reads against defenses, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be a huge factor for Will Howard in year 2. I'm looking very forward to hear how he progresses.
Yeah, big time.
I really, because obviously last year in preseason, we were all excited to see how he was doing. Then he got injured, and a little bit of the anticipation for preseason kind of went down because we knew he wasn't going to play.
Yeah, it's
Now,
just like, damn.
I don't want to jinx nothing, but hopefully he stays healthy and we actually get a good first look at not only Howard, but of course Allar as well.
Yeah, big time. Now, I will throw this out there. I don't think it's far-fetched for the Steelers to possibly keep 4 quarterbacks, though it is a rarity for any team of that matter to keep 4 quarterbacks.
Right.
Maybe they want to keep that whole quarterback room together. Maybe they plan on moving, like, knock on wood, say an injury transpires, maybe somebody makes a team initially, because that's what happened last year, if you remember.
Right.
It was A-Rod, it was Mason, it was Will Howard, but they put him on IR to start the season, and they had Skylar Thompson, who played very well last preseason, if you remember.
Now
that was the initial 53-man roster.
Now he's a Raven, I think.
He is a Raven. But I hope he's doing good, because he had that scary incident in Ireland, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But like just throwing it out there, it's a possibility. It could be an initial 53-man roster term, or it could be throughout the whole season. I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
But it does appear that the end of Mason's run in Pittsburgh is very evident, whether that's him being cut or traded. But the ideal situation is you keep Howard and Allar to learn under Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. I mean,
and Tom Arth.
Again,
and McCarthy.
Players that Khan has selected, he's going to invest in his draft capital, even if it's late rounders.
Right. Tyrone in the chat says, what's your thoughts on the right side O-line battles, which is exactly what we're going to transition to. Well, you want to start guard or tackle? Because, I mean, either or, we're going to see new faces at that spot.
Yes.
At both those spots.
Let's start at right guard.
Let's start at right guard. Now, clearly, our starting right guard the last 2 years was Mason McCormick, and he's been very underrated.
A stud. He's been an anchor. An anchor at guard.
For a 4th-round pick out of South Dakota State?
I believe so, yeah.
He's really showing that, hey, he could be an actual franchise anchor guy at that guard position.
So far, he's repping 66 very well.
So it's a rich number at that position.
Yes, it is, and he's doing it damn good so
But
far.
that 66, shout to David DeCastro, was at right guard. Now it's going to have to shift back over to left guard, a la Alan Faneca.
Yeah, that's right.
Because McCormick played left guard primarily and only left guard in college. He transitioned over to right guard the last 2 years as we had Sayamalu. Sayamalu was gone. We needed an extra guard. The Steelers selected Jennings Dunker at the end of the 3rd round. They also brought in Brock Hoffman, who had connection with Mike McCarthy via his Cowboy days. He stepped in for an injured Zach Martin. Actually, during the season, that Rico Dowdle went for over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, it was toward the later part of the season. He started, he started 5 games at right guard, filling in for an injured Zach Martin, like you said, and was a big contributing factor to Dowdle's 1,000-yard season.
By the way, side note, our interior offensive line depth is stacked.
It's loaded.
Because alongside...
I think our O-line depth in general, even at, tackle depth potentially.
I agree. Because,
Which we'll get into, but
because Dylan Cook, I was confident in him starting this year. Now he's looking his depth. He'll compete, but he's really looking his depth.
I don't think we've really had a stacked offensive line
Group.
as starters and depth-wise in quite a long time.
And then you add in Jari Evans as our assistant O-line coach and James Campen as our new O-line coach. The future of this line is looking bright, folks.
The line is finally blossoming.
But
dude.
our interior offensive line depth is looking, at least right now on paper, you're looking at Brock Hoffman, Spencer Anderson, Ryan McCollum, who's still sticking around. That's depth alone. Then you got Jennings Dunker, who ideally is going to be the future right guard, as he played on that right side of Iowa. Right tackle. Obviously, he had to switch to guard. That's the better fit for him. He's going to get a chance to possibly start day one. Will he? We don't know, because I don't want to roll out Spencer Anderson at the right guard spot, because he started at left guard and right guard the past 2 years in sporadic spots. 11 career starts he has had in his last 2 seasons, seven of them coming last year.
Yeah.
So I don't want to roll out Spencer Anderson.
No, I don't think you can. I mean, for the most part, he's been a very reliable depth player along the line. He's that tackle guard hybrid. And just last year alone, he found a really good role in jumbo packages as that extra offensive lineman lined up alongside Darnell, whichever side it was. And they were just a good tandem when it came to run blocking.
One of the few really good Arthur Smith calls.
Anderson stood out in that role, and if he has to convert back to that role, I mean, like, he's found a home there. Like, he has really done well in that role, and I would imagine that McCarthy's going to incorporate that and continue running with that, because, I mean, if it works, why step away from it? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, kind of inherit it and kind of incorporate it into your vision of what the offense is. But even then, what Anderson's done, he's done so well, he deserves that shot to compete for a starting role, considering he's been with the team for 3 years now.
Yes, because he rarely played in his rookie season as a 7th round pick out of Maryland.
Yeah.
Then his last 2 years, he's really stepped up as he was getting first team reps at both guard spots because of injuries, mainly left guard because Sayamalu was hurt the last 2 camps. Now, I would imagine to start training camp, Spencer Anderson will start at guard, just based off what he did the last 2 seasons and his experience.
The experience, yeah.
So I would imagine our starting guards will be McCormick at left guard and then Spencer Anderson at right guard, at least at the beginning of camp. That could obviously change. That will eventually change, because I would imagine Hoffman will get first-team reps. Dunker will get first-team reps.
Well, just always remember, the initial depth chart or initial 53-man roster is never finalized.
No.
It's just the way that they got to start. That's how it is.
No.
So,
But I'm looking forward to that guard position because it's a 3-way battle.
yeah.
And I think we got 3 great options there, because Hoffman has shown you he can start when he needs to. He did well for Dallas. McCarthy knows that firsthand.
Yes, he does.
Anderson has proved to me he can be a good fill-in starter. Is he a full season starter? I don't think so, but he's very reliable depth. Reminds me of Chuba Hubbard a little bit.
Yeah, actually,
Not Chuba Hubbard. That's the running back for the Panthers.
Oh, you mean
Chris Hubbard.
Chris Hubbard.
Chris
Yeah.
Hubbard.
Chris Hubbard.
Number 74.
Yes.
Like a decade ago.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a forgotten name. Chris
The last
Hubbard.
time our line was great.
Yeah,
he was
the
good.
Goon
He
Squad.
was a great death piece.
Yeah, that's true.
But and then obviously you got Jennings Dunker there, who ideally is going to be the future right guard.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if Dunker will be the day one starter. I would like him to be, because, of course, he's the ideal guy to fill in that role. But even then, if he has to wait his time or continue to work and develop, and then maybe eventually get the nod later on to the season, and we finally see what Dunker does, I mean, that's kind of what I expect. But again, you never know. I mean,
Well-
the rookie could very well prevail and just the way he played at Iowa at right tackle and just bring that to the guard position. If he blossoms at training camp, I mean, like, we already believe and know that Dunker is a stud. And if he goes out there in training camp, does what he needs to do, I mean, it's just great.
Yeah, he could absolutely just come in once the pads come on. He could have an unbelievably
Especially when the
violent,
pads come on.
violent camp and then be gifted that one spot.
He could be.
It's going to be a tough battle.
Though I don't know how, because we know under Tomlin, like he was hesitant and slow when it came to the rookies.
McCarthy's not.
I wouldn't say so. I would imagine that he's just going to be giving him a fair shake, a fair amount of shots. So we'll see what Dunker can do. He's one of those guys, especially when it comes to rookies. He's one of those guys I do look forward to seeing and hearing how he does in practice.
Right. Well, to me, ideally, he's going to be the future right guard long term.
Of course.
That's in my opinion. But if he's not the day one starter and we still get a good sense of what Hoffman or Anderson can do, I mean, that's a good thing for Dunker as well. Either or, I'm very happy with the options we have at right guard, and whoever wins it, I can't really complain either. Now, why is McCormick being shifted to left guard, and why is Fatanu being transitioned over to left tackle? Well, that's how they started out in OTAs. To start OTAs, they started McCormick at left guard, and they moved Fatanu over to left tackle because they played on the left side in college. Both of them did.
Yeah, that's why they got selected where they were selected, especially Fatanu.
And, of course, Dunker played on the right side of Iowa at right tackle, switching to guard. And Max Ihanachor, our first-round pick at Arizona State, played right tackle. So why would you take a player who has played the position, what?
5 years?
Barely 5 years.
Yeah.
And put him on the entire opposite side and potentially mess up his development. Now, it's also worth noting that McCarthy and Kahn, when they selected him and they did that immediate press conference, they mentioned, we'll figure out where he's set.
Yeah.
We'll put him wherever and see where he fits.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But I would imagine initially Fatanu's going to the left side and Ihanachor will get the nod initially at right tackle. Will he start at right tackle? Will he get the first team reps immediately come Wednesday? I wouldn't expect it because Dylan Cook did very well at left tackle when Broderick got hurt. Now he's being shifted over to right, and he has had that. So he's had many years under the Steelers with practice squads and camps. He's played both spots.
Dylan Cook has been under the system since 2023, just being that guy to build his way up and just put in the work, get those reps, and just be that swing tackle depth for quite a bit since 2023, really.
I was very pleased with Dylan Cook's performance, considering before last season he didn't see a single snap ever.
No, like when he stepped in for Andres Pete, who stepped in for Broderick when he got hurt versus the Bears. Yeah, that's that Ravens game. Like, that was the first time he ever played a snap in the NFL. And then from that point on, he held his own.
Yeah, I would argue he did better than Broderick. And I didn't think Broderick was all that terrible. I think he was very solid.
Honestly, I feel like as the season went on, he progressed well and was finally coming into where he was comfortable. His natural spot of left tackle is just the injury, unfortunately, came about.
That damn neck injury. And we don't know what's up with Broderick. We don't know what the injury update is. Omar Khan hasn't really been upfront about it. Will Broderick start on the PUP list?
I mean, like, we don't know where his progression is. There's been no update whatsoever. And consider, if you remember, actually, it was before the draft, he had a setback in his recovery.
He did.
So, and that's not good. That's not what you want to see from Broderick Jones. Now, he was in warm-ups. He participated. He went through warm-ups, and he had a helmet on, but he was limited throughout OTAs. So I feel like him possibly starting on the PUP list is likely. It's just like right now, we don't know the current situation on what his progress is. I guess we're really going to find out once the Steelers begin camp on Wednesday.
It sucks, man, because I was really rooting for Broderick. Now, with the Ihanachor selection, that speaks volumes, and that's the writing on the wall that Broderick's, well, one, confirmed a first-round bust from the 2023 class, and his days in Pittsburgh are coming to an end. They declined his fifth-year option. The injury doesn't help, and he's coming into the last year of his rookie contract.
Yeah,
and they drafted his replacement.
Yeah, and they declined his fifth-year option, so his time in Pittsburgh is pretty much, it appears to be ending.
But I would still like him to get one more last chance. Now, that would be at right tackle where they entirely switched him away from last season, so they're going back to what wasn't working.
Yeah, they're going back and forth. They're going back to where they had him start, and it was like, you and I especially, over the years were adamant, like, he's not a right tackle, cut the experiment, put him at left. It's just, they finally did it, and again, throughout the season he was progressing. The injury came about, and it was a big worry because it was a lot worse than they envisioned, according to Jerry Dulick, late into the season. And when the possibility was there to go with the trenches again for Omar Khan, Andy Waddle, and Mike McCarthy,
They couldn't wait to pull that trigger.
no, like especially after the Mekhi Lemon fumble, like immediately they were like, you know what, let's go this way, let's go this route. And again, the setback that happened before the draft, so it's like they had to kind of go that direction because you can't really risk accepting this player's fifth-year option if the injury is worse than probably initially thought.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So thus they went with who they thought was a top tackle on their board and someone that absolutely has a high ceiling in Ihanachor. So he's probably going to start at right tackle because that's where he played at Arizona State, and I wouldn't shift him over to the left, at least not yet.
No.
Let's see what he got at right tackle. I would imagine Dylan Cook would get first team reps initially, but I don't think it will take long before Ihanachor potentially proves himself and gets those first team reps himself.
Especially if Broderick does start on the pup list and he can't practice, of course. I would imagine Cook gets first team. I feel like he's earned that right. He's earned that right to get the first team reps and just have Ihanachor work with the second team and work his way up. But Dylan Cook in general to compete for a starting role. After what he did last year, holding his own, for barely having no experience in the NFL up until that point, he's earned that right. He's earned that ability.
As we mentioned with the caution of putting Ihanachor at left, and that's why you keep him at right, or Broderick, if he's healthy enough, taking him back over to right where it didn't work. Same thing with Dylan Cook. I want to add in the same cautious concerns where he did really well at left tackle. Now you're moving him to the other side. Yeah, he's been under the system 3 years, but he hasn't actually had any in-game experience at right tackle.
No, that is a good
come
point.
into a factor? Or is it a matter of fact that, you know what, we might not jump the gun at moving Fatanu to left tackle? Maybe they keep him at right tackle initially at camp before everyone really starts to ease in, until Ihanachor really eases into his craft and his spot, and then they comfortably move Fatanu over. Could we see Fatanu start at right tackle, Dylan Cook at left tackle to start camp, but it might not take more than a week, less than a week, before they finally put Fatanu at left and Ihanachor at right, or Cook at right? Just want to throw it out there because that could be a potential way they look at it.
No, it's definitely one to keep an eye out for. I'm glad you mentioned that because it's a way for the players to kind of get back into the rhythm of things, get in football shape, get the condition of the field, get in condition, and just get back, knock the rust off, the offseason rust and whatnot. Just
Find that comfortability at that position.
Well, especially, with Ihanachor being a first-round rookie who's still, and now he's in the NFL, he's going to be learning the NFL level, ease him in a little bit. Don't, thrust him out there and feed him to the wolves. Ease him in there a little bit. Considering what Cook did last year, it's not a bad idea.
Well, it's one of the biggest storylines about this camp will be the O-line. Not only the progression, but all the versatility that everybody on that line really has, because Spencer Anderson can play anywhere. Dunker can play anywhere on that right side, right? Mostly guard, but he's an option as well. Max Ihanachor, McCarthy and Kama mentioned, he can play anywhere on the line. We'll see where we put him and where he works initially. Same thing with Fatanu. Everybody can move around on that line. So what kind of O-line formations are we going to get to start off before we eventually get to what we think might be the vision?
I do remember, I think it was after they selected Ihanachor, Kama was stating when it comes to his offensive linemen, they got options.
Yeah.
Whatnot. So it's something that the coaches, I'm sure, are going to look to exercise in. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to comfortability, I feel like.
Yeah.
And, Ihanachor, he made a name for himself over at the right side. I would start him there, keep him there, just continue to build his way up there. Same with the players and whatnot. Even with Fatanu and McCormick, though they have been great over at the right side, especially last year, still moving over to the left side, it's considering how they did in college, I think they're going to hold their own just fine. They're pros. They're good offensive linemen, and you just keep that chemistry over to the left side.
Well, you keep that,
which is most important when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, of course.
Well, that's also his blind side, right?
Yeah.
So you want that, you want that camaraderie. You want that chemistry. You want what they had at that right side on the left side in A-Rod's last year while you ease in your rookies.
Yep.
How immediate is that going to look? We don't know, but we know that's eventually the future. So 4 months from now, that's probably how the line's going to look. That might be what it looks like day one. We don't know.
But nonetheless, no matter what they do or what experiments they do among the offensive line, I am excited for sure.
This whole line's looking very bright. It was one of the bigger bright spots of the offense last year, for me personally. So to see not only a whole new coaching regime overall, but especially in the O-line group, and then all the other guys we added, not just as depth, but future starters, the young guys, all the rookie contracts we have on that line.
It's such a young line, man. Like it is literally the future of the offensive line. It is everybody on that line. is players that Khan has invested in.
And they all have great ceilings.
And there's no way in hell they're just going to let them walk away. You invested in them. They're holding their own. They're great.
Like I see Khan's vision.
Yeah.
And I appreciate, I respect, and I love it.
And you're gonna hold that line down.
I just hope that it really pans out.
I believe it will. I do.
I believe it will too. I believe in the players. I believe in the history that the new coaches we have in the O line, what they've progressed over the years. I believe in that, so I trust that for sure. Pittsburgh with a 199. Pittsburgh 110 says, let's appreciate those Pirates. The Buck Tombers soon. I get it. I hear you, man.
Me too. I hear you.
Let's see what the chat's saying before we get into the next camp battle, which will probably be wide receiver 3, which I'm also excited for.
Yes.
Because I have high hopes for a Germie Bernard. But let's see what the chat's saying. 47% say that they are most looking forward to quarterback 2, quarterback 3 camp battle.
Everyone wants to see Will Howard, man.
How can you not?
Everyone wants to see Will Howard.
How can you not get excited about the potential of the young quarterbacks? Will Howard, Drew Allar. Did I like the Allar pick? No, I didn't. But I'm no dummy. At least I like to think I'm no dummy. I understand his ceiling. I see his ceiling. I just hope that we have the people that can get it out of him.
Yeah. I mean, that's why the Steelers and especially Art Rooney, or Art the Clown, is like we like to call him. That's why he was so adamant to getting McCarthy in here so quickly as he did.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see.
Tyrone says, I like Troy McCormick on Aaron's blind side. Exactly. That's just a smart way to go. They've been holding that right side down, so why would you?
No, it was the best part of the line last year.
It sure was.
And taking over to the left
From
side.
Frazier over.
And you just take it over to the left side where, like, I firmly believe, I have full confidence Fatanu and McCormick can hold it down on the left side.
Right.
Like, they're that good. They're that capable.
Tyrone confirms, continues and says, I want Troy left tackle, left guard McCormick, center Frazier, right guard Hoffman, right tackle Max Ihanichor. He also mentions he thinks Duncan could start by week 8, which would be a great thing.
It would be a great thing. It's not far-fetched, man. And you got a good, young offensive line right there.
Right.
You got guys that you can rely on that have been able to go up against some of the best.
Jamie Carlo in the chat says, Anderson, Cook, right side, at least at the beginning. I hope the rookie come and take it, but really don't think that will happen, at least not right away. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to rush because our depth is so dependent, which is actually something I can say.
What if it's another thing where you want Dunker to continue to learn the guard position even more so? Because he was always right tackle his whole time in Iowa, basically.
Yeah.
If you want him to just get down to mechanics and just learn and get more comfortable with the guard position and just be patient and wait your time, like, I totally get it. That's totally understandable.
I'm telling you, man, Dunker's going to fit like a glove.
He is. Well, he's got the look down for sure.
He definitely got the look down. That's a farmer boy. You know, they are raised different. When he's tossing fucking 80-pound hay bales over whatever the hell they got.
Pretty much volleyball nets, basically.
Yeah. You're saying that those guys are built different. Danielle says, hey, Twins in chat. Good to see you in the chat, Danielle.
Danielle, it's good to see you.
And Olive Pit says, so Caleb Johnson is cooked, huh?
Well,
let's just say it's not looking good in terms of
competition?
offensive production. Let's put it that way.
Okay. All right.
Maybe even a roster spot.
He's got competition. That's for sure.
We'll talk about it. We got that all written down, obviously. Joe says, I think McCarthy has these boys grinding in gym and getting better physical. I'm excited to see a stronger, more disciplined ball club. Fingers crossed. It's one thing I'll definitely give McCarthy is he absolutely keeps his guys disciplined.
He keeps them accountable. If you guys remember, what was it, Charles Woodson's first year, I think, as a Packer, like, he didn't really do much. He didn't really put his full effort in training camp. McCarthy was not having it whatsoever. If you remember that
Now,
story.
this was also, how many years ago?
It was
17, 18
something
years
like that,
ago?
yeah. But it did help revolutionize Charles Woodson's career. At least I feel like it. I mean, he won Defensive Player of the Year for the Packers.
He did.
It was a big contributing part to their Super Bowl win.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
No.
Tyrone says, what's y'all's thoughts on Porter's contract? Let's get it going. By the way, happy birthday to JPJ.
It is his birthday today, yes.
It is his birthday for the next couple hours.
The birthday boy is JPJ.
Yes. Can we get a contract going?
I think it's looming. I still believe it's looming. Same with Benton, potentially.
I would do JPJ first. It's
Oh, I
not
would
that,
too.
it's not that I don't want to extend Benton. I just fear they're going to overpay him because of the market. With JPJ, I think he's well deserving of 28.5, 27.5. 30 might be stretching it a little bit.
I don't
But
think he's up there.
If you have to pay him 30, you got the money.
Sure.
I'd give him 28 and a half, 27, 3/4.
Yeah, I do about 27 maybe, if anything.
Ryan, you are correct. At least we don't have to deal with Myles Garrett no more. He is now an LA Ram. Yes, and the Browns are unbelievably stupid for getting rid of the reigning defending Defensive Player of the Year who broke Michael Strahan's record.
They got 1 first-round pick out of it.
1.
And Jared Verse.
Sauce Gardner got 2 first-rounders out of the Colts.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner, who's
Mhm.
not a top 10 corner, by the way. According to ESPN, he is, but he's not.
I don't know, because it's stupid, because, and this is coming from a Steelers fan's perspective, they invested heavily into their draft class last year, and that's a lot of talent. Quinshon Junkins, Carson Schwarzenegger, and Shedeur Sanders, like, they invested a lot in that draft class. It's ideally their future, right? And Garrett's a building block. He's a cornerstone. You just trade him away?
Yeah. For Jared
That-
Verse, who isn't bad by any means. But it's Myles Garrett.
Yes.
Who broke the sack record, which held for 20-something years.
Exactly. I mean, like, I don't know, dude. I mean, the Browns are the Browns. They're going to do Browns things. And
I laughed. Okay, listen,
So did I.
I'm not complaining.
So did I.
It's just me as a football fan. I am absolutely going to continue to judge the Browns. And as a
Basically,
Steelers fan, I'm going to continue to laugh at
They
you.
traded away more for Deshaun Watson than what they gained
Out of
trading
Myles
away
Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
And Deshaun Watson played, 16 games?
Yeah.
If that?
Yep. Yes.
Oh, he's still getting paid a fully guaranteed contract. Was it $284 million guaranteed or some asterisk number like that?
Browns dug that hole. They dug that hole.
They
That's what
also
did.
ruined the quarterback market.
Yes, they did.
How much is he getting paid? $230 million.
Yeah.
Fully guaranteed.
That's the Browns for you. That's what they're going to do.
And he's only played, let me do my math here,
8,
6, 12, 19 games.
And he missed all last year because he re-aggravated his injury in rehab.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's the Browns for you. Nice Toke says we needed new coaching and coaching staff. We got it. Now let's see if these players can play. Absolutely. I'm excited for this season, man. I really am. I don't know what to expect, but I'm going in kind of the same way I've been going the last couple years, but a little more anticipated for how young this team is.
Yes. Like, I still have low expectations just because of what the Steelers have done to me as a fan growing up, but...
It's more so the recent history, which might still be...
And that's what I mean.
It still might be Coach T, that taste we got to get out of our mouth. But it's also McCarthy's recent playoff history,
Yeah.
which isn't good.
It hasn't been good.
So you mix that, I don't know. But you also mix in McCarthy coming back to his hometown team. He's got a little bit new sense of ambition there.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy you want to coach your team, right? The hometown kid. He's
And
not a
ju-
kid no more, but
yeah, but the
far from it.
yeah, the coaching staff that he's assembled and the talent that they have brought in, that they traded for even, right? Like that's what intrigues me. That's what has me excited for this upcoming. Like I have interest in this season. Like, as far as like what their ceiling is, just like Dan said earlier, like I still have my concerns, I still have my doubts, I still have low expectations, but that doesn't mean I don't have interest heading into the season.
Yeah.
Like, I look forward to Michael Pittman as a wide receiver, too. I look forward to Jamel Dean and JPJ as a tandem. I look forward to Rico Dowdle and Jalen Warren. I look forward to the rookies and what they can do. All that kind
There's
of
a
stuff.
lot to
I look
forward
forward
to
to
this
the
year.
completely revamped and new and fresh coaching staff for the offense, but especially the defense and the whole entire defensive coaching scheme that needed change. Like, all that
Potentially
excites me.
the uprise of Peyton Wilson.
Of
who I
course.
still have high hopes for.
Of course. All that excites me.
It does. We'll see how it all pans out. I mean, we ain't got to wait much longer. Joe in the chat says, don't be surprised that Dylan Cook is starting at right tackle and is really good at it. I think Dylan Cook got a taste of starting and won't let it go. That's the kind of guy you want starting, don't you? How long has he waited for that? And he finally got it, and dude, he did so well. I was unbelievably fine with him being the starting left tackle this year.
Yeah.
This is obviously before they selected Ihanichor, but that's how confident I was in Dylan Cook's performance. Tristan White says the O-line is much better now. It is. Far better than what we were a couple years ago.
Much better.
When are Steelers going to stop moving offensive line around, says Tube Dude. I get it. Listen, I get it. It's a concern of mine, too, because Khan's like, we have options, which is a good thing, but I'm also like, can we just get guys in their natural spots?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I see it both ways.
Unless that was just a freaking a Meyer situation, our previous O-line coach, who's now the Bills' offensive line coach, which God bless
Pat
them.
Meyer.
Pat Meyer, yeah. Yeah, that guy. God bless
that guy.
God bless the Bills and Josh Allen. That's all I'm going to say. I hope for the best.
By the way, why are the Bills building a dome?
Yeah, new Highmark Stadium.
That's like if
which
the
the Steelers will play in for the third preseason game.
That's like if the Steelers build a dome. Don't ever do that. And I don't want to foreshadow anything, but I swear, if this owner puts us in a dome, we're gonna have some problems.
Aren't the Bears are something about like relocating?
They're going
or
to Indiana.
Indiana and new stadium, right?
Apparently,
Like, so-
I
like,
haven't heard anything new.
they're not going to carry Soldier Field over there.
Well, no, they wouldn't be the Chicago Bears no more.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like how many years? The legacy.
I listen.
And you're going to take them away from Soldier Field?
I agree.
I don't know.
I agree. Let Porter walk, save $30 million, bro. We have not, Jeff. Listen, we have not had a homegrown developmental corner that has found success since Ike Taylor.
Uncle Ike.
Do I need to run you down the list of the corners we had just 10 years ago? Because believe me, as a teenage fan watching that, I still have nightmares.
It was some bad days.
So
Bad
no,
days.
I'm not letting the only corner we have selected and has actually panned out walk. I'm not doing that.
No.
And the cap goes up every year. And we're not paying our quarterback big money anytime soon. We can afford it.
No, we got time. We can afford it. And you pay JPJ, dude.
Kevin reads his flag on Jeff. Do we not have a flag emote?
I guess we don't.
Oh, I got to add that now.
We don't have a flag emote.
I have to add a flag emote now.
That's another one we got to add.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks. I appreciate that because now I have an idea to add to the streams coming up. Which our first game stream will be 2 weeks from Thursday.
August 13th. Preseason week 1 versus the Green Bay Packers. A-Rod and McCarthy's former team.
Yeah.
Which will be held at Heinz Field, by the way. Because I'm not calling it the stadium it is now.
No, it's always Heinz Field.
It's always Heinz Field.
Continuing on, wide receiver 3. It'll be between only 2 guys because our depth is still a bit of a concern, but I want to see what Eli Heidenreich and I want to see what what's his name from Iowa? The return guy we selected. Guy, his name.
Caden Weegan.
Thank you,
Caden Weegan.
I want to see what they can do as receivers if they get the opportunity. Maybe they can prove to me that they're solid depth, right? But the wide receiver 3 spot is Germie Bernard and Roman Wilson. Roman Wilson is finally getting his opportunity. You could say he had his opportunity last year. I don't think he really did because he wasn't in a scheme fit where he could actually play where he's best at. He's not an outside receiver.
He wasn't exactly paired with the best offensive coordinator. Arthur Smith was not good. He wasn't. We knew this.
He didn't
wasn't.
run 11 personnel.
That was the problem.
which
He just
Roman
it wasn't
needs.
it wasn't a good fit for Roman Wilson because of Arthur Smith's usage.
Now you put Roman Wilson in an offensive scheme where McCarthy is very heavy in 11 personnel. You put Roman right there in the slot, let him work as a route runner, which is one of his best traits along with his track speed and his strong hands, at least coming out of Michigan.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to rule out Roman Wilson. In worst case, he's our wide receiver 4 as that slot guy we need to fill in for whatever reason. I think that's still a solid role for him as a 3rd-round pick a couple years ago. But I don't want to rule out Roman, but I'm also incredibly excited for Germie Bernard. Germie Bernard is by far and away the one rookie I am most excited to hear about and watch because I do think his impact is going to be somewhat immediate.
Yeah.
I just get a good vibe about Germie Bernard. He was very good for Bama as their wide receiver 1 last year when Ryan Williams couldn't do it. The young cat who had a good freshman year.
He did. He just couldn't take that extra step. At least not yet. He's got 1 more year to do it. But that's when Bernard stepped up to the plate. And Bernard's a player that 2 years at Alabama had to deal with some mediocre quarterback play.
Yeah.
Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
2 guys that have all the talent in the world and the potential, just at the college level couldn't put it all together consistently. But Bernard was that reliable hand for those quarterbacks, was going to show Bernard can work with anybody.
And
even some of the most mid quarterbacks out there.
And as mentioned by many, he is the perfect complement to DK and Pittman. DK and Pittman are kind of one and the same. DK is obviously a lot faster. He's been more of a yak guy. Pittman's more of the let me go up and go grab them 50-50 balls and be that aggressive ball catcher, right? Bernard is that perfect complement where he's going to be in the slot or he can work outside if need be. That's that great versatility, but he's that route runner. Or he's that guy you give the ball on a quick little slant or a dunk off. He'll get you an extra 10 to 15, 20 yards because he's a tough runner. He's a good blocker.
Yep.
And he's been working with the route god, which is, I mean, if you've been seeing the clips online, holy smokes, this guy, his footwork, he's so twitchy. He's so quick.
He's so fluid.
He's so fluid.
He's so fast.
I'm very excited for Germie Bernard.
Yeah, man. I mean,
But I don't want to roll out Roman either.
No, I don't think you can because Roman's also a guy that's been working with Bernard with the route god throughout the entire offseason. So they're putting the work in. They're trying to tone their craft. They're trying to get it down right before training camp. It just goes to show the work ethic that both men carry. And with an offensive unit, which is completely changed, of course, and with a play caller, McCarthy, that loves to utilize 11 personnel, loves to use 3 wide receiver sets, it's a good fit, in my opinion. Especially for a guy like Roman Wilson, where it could finally be a new lease on life for Wilson to grow and finally get that opportunity and build that confidence and that chemistry with Aaron Rodgers and be utilized.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the chemistry with Aaron Rodgers because I remember last year's camp, he was working closely with Rodgers was, and he was all about, he just needs to get out of his head and he needs to trust himself. He's a great player. He has a great talent.
Yeah.
He just needs to put it all together and stop getting in his head. Whatever happened last year wasn't really the best season for him and probably wasn't the jump we all anticipated. Whether it was a scheme fit or maybe Rodgers wasn't looking his way. But what you saw on the All-22 is this guy was getting open. He was creating separation, these short little windows that if Rodgers threw with anticipation, bam.
Yeah, but the only time we really saw Roman Wilson or the majority of his reps was garbage time. Both Sunday night games, the Packers and the Chargers. That was the most we saw of Roman. It's like, wow, now you want to get him involved? Now you want to throw him the ball? Like it just didn't add up to me right there.
But Roman, he's still hanging out. He's still building the chemistry and relationship with Aaron Rodgers.
He was there with A-Rod when A-Rod went out there with the teammates, with Skoranek, Metcalf, Pittman, Muth, right?
Yeah.
When he made that post there, as I see it right there.
Right.
Like Roman was there, so it's like he's building that bond, he's building that chemistry, as is everybody else, but especially Roman. And this is what Roman needs. Because, I mean, this is really a last true chance for Roman Wilson to prove his case, to make his case to be a part of 53 and be a utilized player on the offense, to be a factor for the offense.
He's had a very bumpy NFL start. He got injured off a damn jet sweep in camp 2 years ago.
Yes.
And then last year, a multitude of reasons limited him or whatever. Now, year 3, he's got a new lease on life. He's got a better scheme. He's got a better play caller. He's still building the chemistry and the relationship with his quarterback who's coming back for one more year. Like, this is a great chance for Roman. And I'm hoping he can actually take the opportunity and thrive with it. We could see a day where he's actually the wide receiver 3 come week 1 versus the Falcons.
Very well
Or
possible.
if he's the wide receiver 4, I don't think that's a bad option because I think he still has traits to be a very dependable receiver. Is he going to be a 1,000-yard receiver?
I wouldn't go that far.
That's kind of tough to put because we haven't seen that much
I
yet.
wouldn't go that far yet.
But is he going to be like a guy like another Calvin? And I love Calvin. Shout out to Calvin Austin.
Yep.
Unbelievably just reliable.
Yep.
Tough little shit. And I say that with the most love and respect I could throw out there. He was tough, but man, was he a reliable receiver for us?
Yes, he was.
Maybe Roman could take that role.
He could.
At least on the offensive side. Not as a returner, because I don't think Roman's going to see that time. He's not. Nor does he have any experience there. But as that depth piece, that shorter receiver who's twitchy and is a good route runner, can get open, it can work in the middle of the field, it can use that speed for a lot of reasons, I think he could step up to that plate.
Yeah.
But competition ain't going to be easy because you got Germie Bernard knocking on the door.
Yeah. I mean, Steelers traded up in the second round for a reason to select him, and just the tape does not lie when you look at Germie Bernard and what he brings to the table. And just his off-season work that he's putting in and putting out there. It doesn't lie.
Well, he looks and plays and speaks like a typical Steelers receiver. One that's not a prima donna.
No.
One that doesn't bring drama.
Like an old school, back in the day.
Like I'm talking
a retro Steelers wide receiver.
Like I'm talking like a Yancey Thigpen or a Lewis Lips or a Hines Ward type character.
Goes in there, puts the work in.
Even Antoine Randall.
Yeah, just gonna put the work in. Not gonna put up any BS on the football field. He just wants to go in there, tone his craft, have fun, and play some Steeler football.
Like I'm not comparing his game to those players. I'm talking their mentality and how they played the role of a receiver for the Steelers.
Like,
they weren't divas.
When I think of Germie Bernard, he doesn't speak to me as, oh, like I need to get all these catches. Like I need my stats to, like Deontay Johnson was. Like, oh, let me dance after scoring a touchdown against the Cardinals when we're down 2 scores.
Yeah.
Like I don't get that vibe from Bernard. I don't.
No. Like I think we're going to get a hardworking player that is all about bettering himself and bettering the team and being a complete team guy.
But I do look forward to seeing what Bernard and Wilson, what they could do for that wide receiver 3 position. Because, I mean, iron sharpens iron, and this is a hell of an opportunity for both young wide receivers.
Yeah.
It really is. With an offensive unit and system that where they could be utilized and flourish and blossom ideally.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what both these guys will do because I don't want to give up on Roman. I want to see him take this opportunity. And I'm most excited about Bernard. Like, Will Howard's my number 1 guy I'm most excited to hear about in camp this year. Bernard's number 2.
I would say the same thing for me, yeah. I think they're neck and neck right there.
For sure. Running back 3. We already know running back 1 and 2, or 1A, 1B, whatever, is Warren and Dowdle. I think Dowdle will get the majority of the carries because of what he did with Dallas 2 years ago with McCarthy and just what he did last year with the Panthers when he had to step in for Hubbard, and he was clearly the more just dominant
productive back, yeah.
Right. So I think he's going to see a lot more of the carries, and Warren's going to go back into that change of pace, 3rd down role, which isn't a bad thing. Either or, I think we're going to have a hell of a backfield this year with those 2 alone. Who's going to be the guy behind them?
Well, last year was Caleb Johnson because, I mean, they selected him in the 3rd round. And, I mean, like, the writing was on the wall. He's going to be running back 3. And you kind of saw inklings for Caleb Johnson last year in preseason where, you know, he got more reps in. He started to get a bit more comfortable, and he started providing some plays, but that was preseason. Then the regular season came, and just the idea of him kind of getting utilized in the backfield was kind of hard for him because, one, he was a rookie.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Warren and Gainwell, toward the later part of the season, Caleb Johnson was never going to see any action on the football field, but it really started because of that kickoff mistake against the Seahawks.
Yeah.
That's what hurt him.
Yeah, to the point, Jonnu Smith, remember him? He was getting running back 3 reps.
Yes.
Under Arthur Smith. Caleb Johnson was a healthy scratch, along with Roman Wilson.
Yes.
To play Jonnu Smith at running back 3 and MVS and Adam Thielen at receiver.
Yes.
That's what we had to deal with at the tail end of the season last year.
That's right. Yes.
Now, he's going to have some stiff competition himself because this isn't a gimme. He's got Eli Heidenreich out of Navy, the Pittsburgh hometown kid, coming in here with a lot to prove and a lot more to show.
Mm-hmm.
Because this guy is a jack-of-all-trades type player. You want to play special teams. You want him to return kicks. He can do it. You want him to catch the ball. He's labeled a running back / receiver on the Steelers website.
Yep. He's that utility weapon. He is that Swiss Navy knife, literally.
Literally.
Literally. And then you got Travis Homer, who the Steelers had brought in from free agency, who is primarily a special teams ace, but that is something that Caleb Johnson is not.
No. Caleb Johnson has 0, and I mean 0, special teams value. Not as a returner, not as a gunner. He has none of that. In fact, Caleb Johnson's incredibly one-dimensional.
He doesn't have any... I feel like his receiving upside was there. I feel like it still is.
Iowa was too run-heavy. We don't know.
Yeah. It's just... that's one of the things he's got to work on. He's got to adapt. He's got to be consistent with. Same with his pass blocking.
His pass protection was no bueno.
No.
No bueno, senor.
Even early on in last year's training camp, he kind of struggled a little bit when it came to pass protection.
As he was going to, because, again, Iowa was very run-heavy.
Yeah. But that proves your point where he is one-dimensional. He can run the football, though he doesn't exactly have the
burst or the speed
No.
to match what we need.
No, I think he plays a lot faster than what his combine performance says when you look at the tape at Iowa, but he's got to...
Well, the NFL speed's a lot different.
It is.
And when I saw him, and I look back at what he did in camp and preseason, a little bit of the regular season last year, yeah, he was slow. Like, compared to the NFL speed, like, he was slow.
Yeah.
Like, I love Najee. Love Najee. I think he's unbelievably underappreciated. But Caleb reminded me of a slower Najee.
Yeah.
Now, Najee was a much better back.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
But in terms of the speed and how they hit the gaps, it was just so slower Najee.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
But that's where, like, he can run the ball, but his receiving upside, that's where he's got to tone down. That's where he's got to work on. Same with his pass protection. When you look at Eli Heidenreich, he can pretty much do all three. He can run, he can catch, special teams. Pass blocking, don't know too much about it, honestly, but it's something that he's got the build for.
Well,
I feel like he's got the physique for. He could probably hold his own there.
From what I read at the Shrine Bowl, he held himself. He held his own in that role, and even as a route runner, as a receiver. In fact, him and Weegan both did as receivers, as route runners, which is a role they could see expanded and definitely tested in camp, which I would hope so, just for the sake of our wide receiver depth.
Yeah.
But more opportunities for those guys.
But then Travis Homer, he's not exactly a heavily focused offensive weapon when he was a Seahawk or a Bear. Again, primarily special teams, but that's where he kind of has the lead on ahead of Caleb Johnson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, it's between those three. Or, I mean, someone mentioned in the chat, who was it? I want to give a shout out to someone in the chat because I saw it. Let me see if I can find it. Who said it in the chat? Where's it at? Someone mentioned they might keep 4 running backs. Kevin Reed says they'll carry 4 running backs. Warren, Dowdle, Caleb Johnson, and Heidenreich, in his opinion. You think they keep 4 running backs?
I don't think, I mean, it's not far-fetched.
Well, you also got to put in the fact, Nowakowski, he's a fullback.
Yes, he is.
He's not labeled a tight end on the website. He's labeled a fullback. Now, he'll probably compete for a tight end 3 spot, which is somewhat unnecessary because Mike McCarthy rarely runs 13 personnel, which is a 3 tight end set.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he likes to run a lot of 11, which is very heavy. He runs 12, which is a 2 tight end set. He'll run 22 personnel, which is 2 tight end, 2 running back. 13 personnel, he rarely runs it.
Yeah.
So, do we really need a tight end 3? Does McCarthy need a tight end 3 when you got Muth, when you got Darnell? Yeah, you could use that extra depth, but maybe that's what they see in Nowakowski. He's labeled a fullback, but he can play the tight end spot as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons why they selected him. He plays his role very well. And McCarthy, I mean, he's had quite the... It's a trend for him to have a fullback on his roster. He did it with Green Bay with
John Kuhn.
Still a
Steelers
legend, by the way.
Jinx.
Whatever.
Twin moment.
And that fullback for the Cowboys, I can't remember his friggin' name. I remember he caught a pass on the game-winning drive for Dallas. I can't remember his name, but he was a part of that team. He was a part of that group.
Yeah, he actually runs I for him.
Yeah. He utilizes a fullback, and it's beneficial. It helps. I remember when we used I-form heavily, when we had Todd Haley, Rosie Nix. Shout out to Rosie Nix. The guy was great.
Yeah.
He was very well dependable, and that's kind of what Nowakowski reminds me of, just his game. Well, just the style and just how he plays.
Considering he was a linebacker converted tight end.
Yeah, I mean, they already got that connection there.
Very similar.
The similarities are there, yeah.
Nowakowski's just a lot bigger.
Yeah, but that's another body added to the running back room. That's another thing you got to add upon.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Caleb Johnson, I mean, again, like I mentioned earlier, Omar Khan, he invests in his draft picks. He doesn't exactly give up on his draft picks.
He doesn't, but no one on this coaching staff has any attachment to Caleb Johnson.
No, you're right.
Nobody.
They don't. They do not. He's not established. He's a man that had a very disappointing rookie season. Lost snaps, lost playing time, was a healthy and active pretty much the later part of the season.
And I don't want to give up on Caleb.
Neither do I, because, I mean, one of the things about Caleb that coaches last year in training camp and OTAs were preaching about him was his work ethic. Like, he's willing to stay on the field. He was always close to Warren and Gainwell, just trying to pick apart their brain and learn from the veterans. That's something that Caleb Johnson always did last year, and I'm sure he's going to do it again with Warren and this time Rico Dowdle. But Johnson's really got to prove himself. He's really got to build his way up. He's got to tone his craft. He's got to get all assets down if he wants to be the running back 3.
Right.
Or just be a part of the team in general and find a role somehow. Caleb Johnson, he's got work to do.
He has a lot of work to do.
He's got competition.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do, a lot of competition heading his way. And, yeah, like you mentioned, he needs to get all the assets down. He needs to become more of an option anywhere in any aspect onto the field.
Especially since the Steelers, they used a 3rd-round pick on him.
Sure did.
I mean, that's in my opinion, that's pretty high value right there. I mean, that's a day 2 pick right there.
Right. Well, considering our previous 3rd-round picks, I mean, we've had what, two this year? Was it 2 or 3 this year?
3.
It was 3.
Aller, Everett.
That's right, Everett. I forgot about Everett.
Yeah. Can't forget about Dalen Everett.
Yeah, I forgot about Dalen Everett from Georgia.
Yes.
Who I'll be interested to see what his role is as well. Patrick Graham's another crazy storyline coming into camp because, again, How's he going to run the nickelback position, the dime backer position? How's he going to incorporate Brisker and Ramsey on the field together, along with Deshaun Elliott?
That's right.
I can absolutely anticipate Patrick Graham to use Brisker as his blitz guy, his blitz off the edge, his blitz in the slot or inside at linebacker, potentially in the box, right? I'll be interested to see how they really incorporate a guy like Brisker.
Well, do you remember that Bears and Rams playoff game?
Yes.
Was a divisional round, I believe.
Brisker played his ass off.
Dude, Brisker was probably player of the game for the Bears. He was fantastic. Like, they moved him around.
Considering there's a lot that went down that game.
Yes, a lot.
But Brisker was...
He was a standout, bro.
Yeah.
Which made me even question, like, how the hell is this man still on sign as a free agent up until we signed him for a 1-year deal?
I don't know, but obviously he...
Like, he balled out in that game. That's against the fucking Rams, bro. That nearly made it to the Super Bowl. And he was a shining star part of that defense in that game.
Yeah, now he's going to be part of his hometown team.
That's right.
Back with JPJ, his Penn State alumni.
His former teammate, his former buddy.
There's a lot to look forward to in camp, man. Is there anything else we might have missed out that y'all want to put out there? What else did we potentially miss out on in terms of camp battles? Because we talked about receiver. We talked about the entire right side of the line. Quarterback 2/3 with Howard and Allar and Rudolph. Any other storylines that you can really think of, right? The O-line formations, the player placement along the line, McCarthy's influence, the coaching staff's influence. Where are they going to put Weegan at the receiving room? Same thing with Heidenreich. How are they going to use him since he's a versatile weapon? He can play both. All the rookies, right? I mean, there's a lot to look forward to in camp this year.
Antonio Jackson just popped in. He says, I'm joining late, so I don't know what you've already discussed, but are you guys concerned at all about training camp not being as physical under the new staff? Did you hear about that?
I read about that, yes.
Yeah, so apparently, I did write this down if I can find it. Apparently, when it comes to Mike McCarthy, when it comes to his training camps, his practices that he leads, the physicality for practice under him is not as physical as under Tomlin. Because under Tomlin, for 19 years, I mean, we knew what to expect with Tomlin, and the physicality was always there every single year. Pretty much every day, especially with backers on the first day of pads and Friday Night Lights.
Are we going to be? Yeah, because we're not doing Friday. They're not doing Friday Night Lights this year.
No. They will be holding a nightly or a night practice, but it's going to be Saturday, August 8th, which will be held at 6 p.m.
It's very different.
Yes.
Are they going to do backers on backers? Because that's a great drill for linebackers to work against running backs to work in pass pro on the blitz, right? Or obviously running backs to work in pass pro. It did wonders for Warren. It did wonders for Connor. It did wonders for Bell. It's doing real wonders for Najee.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's something that McCarthy is going to do, or if he's going to incorporate in part of practice, but
it's probably mostly because of he doesn't want to risk injuries.
Well, that's what's Marcus Mosher, senior NFL writer, that's what he mentioned when McCarthy was in Dallas. He mentioned McCarthy's practices tend to carry less physicality, meaning that there may be less intensity compared to Tomlin's practices, like I mentioned. Mosher pointed out that McCarthy doesn't like to see guys on the ground, even in regards to receptions and pass deflections, due to the high risk of injuries when it comes to players hitting the ground.
I get that, but this is football we're talking about. And the thing with camp is you're going to get like legitimate camp battles. I'm not talking about position battles. I'm talking players getting mouthy with others.
Yeah.
They're going to be bickering. We're probably going to see a couple fist flown, actually. Like,
yeah, a couple brawls. What was it, 2 years ago or maybe even last year? There were some pull-apart brawls that went down.
Good.
That's what happens.
That's a great thing.
That's just the intensity that goes with the sport of football and just practice.
That's competition.
I mean, that's just the players trying to get the best out of each other. Just the intensity of being a part of that rep, being a part of the sport, being a part of that moment.
Right.
That's just what happens on game days.
Like, I want that physicality. I want that altercation where they're competitive. And yeah, we're going to see some pull apart battles, right? We're going to see players getting real physical in terms of camp fights or verbal arguments and shouts and shit like that. It's a natural thing of training camp. It happens everywhere with every football team. You can look up any training camp from any team, and there's been physical altercations all the time.
Yeah.
or at least verbal altercation.
So the intensity compared to Talman, it may not be there. I'm not saying it's going to be like completely gone and whatnot. The intensity's still going to be there. My thinking is maybe not as intense with the starters in there, especially with how many veterans we got. A-Rod, of course, and especially the defense. Hayward, Watt, Ramsey, veterans like that, aging veterans like that. Like, when it comes to the intensity, you want to try to condition their body. You want to try to take care of them. Because you kind of know what to expect or what they're going to bring to the football field. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to make sure that they're not built with the injury bug because, I mean, the team can't really afford that. When it comes to intensity, maybe more of that comes from the backups. When it comes to the second and third stringers, when they get those extra reps in, and when it comes to tackling potentially and whatnot. Maybe that's more in line to what McCarthy may be looking to do, just based off his recent trends from his Packer days and the Cowboy days. Maybe that's something we see. And it's not necessarily a bad thing when it comes to the second and third stringers getting those extra reps because they need it. And it's just about getting guys comfortable and getting them conditioned and in shape just in case an injury were to transpire, knock on wood, but like they're in there and they're ready rather than they just not ready whatsoever. And it's like, oh, here we go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a factor that I'm going to throw out there. Maybe that's something that McCarthy could end up doing, is just having the physicality be less toned for the starters, but more that intensity and physicality coming out from the backups, just for them to tone their craft and work on what they need to work on.
Well, it's perhaps the case. All I know is I'm interested to see how many reps Howard's going to get and in what area. Like, is he going to get first team reps? Is he going to get second team reps? Allar as well. How immediate before he gets second team reps? I would imagine he starts with the third or fourth stringers initially, but how soon does he jump to the second team reps?
Yeah.
Same thing with like Heidenreich in the offensive aspect. You know, is he going to run some 11 personnel where he's going to be the slot receiver when Bernard and Wilson aren't on the field?
Yeah.
How immediate can we see that?
Or even when it comes to the offensive line, like the rookies, Hanachor and Dunker, maybe they start off second team and just them getting the extra work and the extra reps. Maybe it's a benefit for them to make their case even more so on them potentially being day one starters right out the gate. I mean, it's an idea to throw out there. Maybe McCarthy has an idea of who's going to be the initial starter right there, but he wants to see more out of the young guys, out of the rookies that he selected, for them to get more work and then see how reliable they can be.
Right.
It's an idea.
I don't know, man, but we all know training camp is here in about 3 days, roughly.
Yes.
Players report on Tuesday. First practice, obviously without pads, is Wednesday. So
yeah, Wednesday, July 29th is when they start, and it goes all the way through August the 17th. And their start time is drastically different compared to Tomlin because it was always around afternoon time, if you remember.
yeah. Well, last year was a little earlier than normal, but yes, typically it was always in the afternoon.
Yeah, but this time around, the earliest that they start throughout the whole camp really is 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the latest that they start is 11:20.
There you go.
But then Saturday, August 8th, will be a night event, a night practice for them at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There you go.
No Friday Night Lights.
No Friday Night Lights. I guess it's Saturday. I guess it wouldn't be Saturday Night Lights because sun don't go down to about 8:45.
Yes. Around that time, yeah, ideally. So
Yeah,
it's a weekend event for them, I guess. I don't know.
All I know is it's going to be different. How different, I don't know, but it's going to be different.
I mean, 19 years from Mike Tomlin leading the charge. I mean,
Well, how do you think a lot of the veteran players feel? Like Hayward and them, right?
yeah,
Like this is his first camp without Tomlin.
and Watt.
So, Watt as well. Like this is it's different for everybody.
Which
Which hopefully is a good thing because Lord knows we need it.
I mean, change it was necessary, it was needed. Change isn't all bad whatsoever. When it comes to the players, it's something that, of course, they're going to have to adapt to. But, I mean, we'll see how they go out there. We'll see how McCarthy leads the way. We'll see what kind of ideas McCarthy throws out there as far as incorporating practices out there and personnel usage, or even, adding more tempo potentially, because that's also a common trend under McCarthy. Even dating back to OTAs earlier on, apparently he ran a lot more tempo for the offense, or just the team in general, which is something that I think the team could surely use because they didn't do that often under Tomlin.
Right.
And the experience right there was just kind of evident on game day a couple times.
For sure.
So we'll see.
There's an update on the poll. Over 100 votes. What camp battle are you most anticipated to see during training camp? And a resounding 45% say quarterback 2 and 3.
Again,
It's going to be mostly about the quarterbacks. Like,
Yep.
there's a lot to look forward to with the receivers and the line, especially all the young cats there. But I think everyone's really eyeing the quarterback position.
I mean, you got 2 young guys that they selected that, I mean, everyone wants to hear how they are, how they develop, and what they're about.
right?
I mean, I don't know if like these guys are the future. I don't know if it's their ideal vision of this being the
Yeah.
competition for the future. I have no idea.
I'm not going to say either of them are the future because I haven't seen anything from them yet. It's kind of hard to really put that much anticipation into them, right? 6th-round pick and a 3rd-round pick. One won a natty title, fell to the 6th round. One was a pretty bad college coach.
Yes.
Or quarterback.
Yeah. What a bad coach.
So, like, I can't say with confidence, hey, Howard's the future. Hey, Allar's the future. I got to see them first,
yes.
which hopefully won't be long.
It's just that interest and the potential that they bring. I mean, it's all there. We'll just see what the coaches can bring out of them and how the players execute.
All I know is in a couple years from now, this coaching staff we're going to know a lot about it.
Yeah.
We're going to know a lot about this coaching staff in a couple years, but it's going to start this season, this week, actually.
Yes, it is.
It's really interesting. I'm going to get a new poll in the chat. While I do that, I also want to thank the sponsor of today's live stream. Huge shout out to Prize Picks. Let me play the ad read here quick, and I'll get a new poll in the chat for you. So huge shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this live stream. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the video. Just a quick timeout. As we know, the NFL season is right around the corner, and to make it interesting, there is no better way to cash in on the action than Prize Picks, a number one sports pick app. In case you didn't know, it is available in most states, including California, Texas, and Florida. And to get you started, best of all, Prize Picks is hooking you up with a brand new offer when you play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use the code HMA when signing up. One of my favorite features about Prize Picks is you can pick multiple sports and add it to the exact same lineup. So if you're feeling confident about all the action around the sports world right now, back your picks with real money. With 13 picks market, you can pick game winners, spreads, totals on top of the player picks. Just pick more or less on your favorite players' projections. Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your player is off to a really hot start and you want to cash out on the earnings before the game finishes, Prize Picks gives you the option to do that. So download the Prize Picks app today and pick your first game winner, spread, or total. Just use the code HMA and play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Link down in the description box below. Huge shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. There you go, chat. There's a new poll in the chat. Will the Steelers trade a player away after preseason? And the reason I mention that is because some of the camp battles we discussed, there are some players that could absolutely be on the chopping block, which is potentially Mason Rudolph, which is potentially Caleb Johnson, which is potentially a corner, because corner's stacked this year, dude.
I mean, it's not out the realm of possibility.
JPJ, Jamel Dean. How can I forget about Jamel Dean? What's his immediate impact going to be?
Yeah.
Michael Pittman, right? All the new additions. Like, what's their immediate impact going to be compared to the guys we had to suffer through last year?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's only so much we could really take out from camp and preseason. Believe me, we know just 3 years ago.
Yes.
Wink, wink. But even still, like, that's to see those new faces. But JPJ, Jamel Dean, Asante Samuel Jr., Brandon Eccles, Dalen Everett,
Dante Kent potentially.
Dante Kent. I'm very excited for him.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else I'm missing in the cornerback room?
I mean, that's a pretty stacked cornerback room. I mean, there's the undrafted free agent you threw out there in the latest video, Devon Boykin.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to him.
Seeing what he can do with his versatility.
Sebastian Cashwell's coming into his second camp.
Yep, that's right.
He'll be battling with Robert Spears Jennings for special teams depth. Essentially a gunner.
Darnell Savage, that's somebody that the Steelers brought in for depth purposes. We'll see if he can stick around. We'll see what his purpose is.
Right.
What he can do.
All right, let's see
The
what
return of Elliott from his injury.
Yeah. Let's see what the chat's saying. KJ can back up Dowdle and Heidenreich can back up Warren, in my opinion. Yeah, as a receiver, yeah, KJ can be like the ball carrier, and then Heidenreich could be like that change of pace receiving back. I could see that. If they want to keep 4 running backs, I could see it. Does McCarthy have a history of keeping 4 running backs? Because again, you also got to add in potentially Riley Narkowski.
I mean, I could I don't know. Let me.
The Black and Gold
something.
report says Brandon Smith makes the roster, is my hot take.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
We do actually have a former first-round linebacker in our linebacker room, by the way, Jameen Davis from Kentucky. Same school as Bud Dupree. Shout out to Bud Dupree.
Is he still a Charger? I believe he is, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, there's been a couple seasons where Mike McCarthy has kept 4 running backs a couple times.
Really?
Couple.
Okay, listen, Kevin might be onto something here.
Guys like Eddie Lacy, James Starks, Christian Michael, if anybody remembers him. Tom Montgomery when he switched to running back. So, I mean, and the fullbacks, of course, John Kuhn. So he's kind of got an idea
Ace Boogie
and a trend. So it's not out the wrong possibility.
Yeah, Kevin might be right. Ace Boogie in the chest. The Broncos would clobber the Steelers this season, 51-3 or something like that. LOL. Their defense is lethal. I'm not gonna lie to you. Aaron Rodgers, as an older quarterback, that's in my opinion not that mobile, which might limit us. I don't know. It really depends on the line. Depends on the line and a lot on the play calling.
Yeah,
because you have to work against what's his nuts, Aaron Rodgers' unfortunate mishaps or his limitations.
Well, just
so it really depends on the line. But
just that week 12 stretch, week 12, week 14 stretch, the Broncos, Texans, and Jaguars, their pass rush.
I know.
Well, 3 straight
we
weeks.
play the Broncos on Black Friday.
Yeah, we do.
And I don't think we're gonna get blown out that bad. I don't even think we could get. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a very defensive game.
Both of those games,
they definitely ain't getting.
Two of those games are at home. The Broncos and Texans games, they are at home.
The Broncos definitely ain't scoring no 51 points. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh.
They ain't scoring no 51 points.
And I mean, definitely could use some revenge against the Texans and CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Which is Stroud even going to be the quarterback by that time? Just based off his performance.
CJ Stroud has had an unbelievable nosedive.
You think he could get benched if he doesn't take the step?
Yes.
Because, I mean, dude, the playoff run, bro. Like, even against the Steelers, he wasn't that great.
Bryce Young
but against
was
the
benched.
Patriots, dude, yeah.
Remember when Panthers fans were... Wasn't it Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud that were drafted 1 and 2?
I believe so, actually, yeah.
Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah.
And then Panthers fans saw C.J. Stroud's rookie season and were like, oh, my God, we took the wrong quarterback.
Yeah.
And now Bryce Young led them to the playoffs last year.
And a competitive game versus the Rams, actually. Like, the Panthers were running that stretch for
I was rooting for them.
Yeah. Like they were the underdog.
I like the Rams, and you know, I think Stafford deserves all the success he can get at this stage of his career because the Lions kept him down so much.
Yeah.
So in the postseason on the NFC side, I like to root for the Rams. But yeah, I was rooting for the Panthers in that game because I love the underdog story.
Yeah.
It's something to easily root for. Antonio Jackson says, I hated the season-ending results, but I feel the way the team was developed during the summer was essential. It was definitely changed in a lot of ways.
Mid-time.
Well, not much from a roster aspect, but from a much-needed coaching aspect. I've always said the biggest difference between the Steelers and other teams is, yeah, they have quarterbacks, but coaching takes you a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Can this coaching staff take us down a complete different path? Will it lead to a Super Bowl this year? I'm not getting my hopes up that bad. If you want to, that's your right as a fan. I can't yet because we need playoff success first. I need to see playoff success.
I would love to see progression from this season at the very least. Especially from the coach. I mean, like, I know, like, I shouldn't test this, but it can't be worse, right? There's no way, right?
Well, to anyone that's saying, oh, we're going to get a losing season this year. No, we're not.
No.
Until the Steelers have a losing season, I'm not going to predict a losing season. I can't see it.
No, I still see 10 wins.
Even in Mike Tomlin's redundant and very repeated seasons for the last however many years, essentially all the 2020s, the last decade, I never once predicted that he would have his first losing season because until I see it, I cannot predict it because Tomlin was that evasive in that. I guess I get
what they call it, Mike Tomlin dark magic or whatever.
Whatever they call it.
Mike Tomlin.
He was very like he would always get above somehow.
He would always prevail.
When it came to the postseason, clearly,
He turned into
everybody forgot who they were and what they were doing.
He turned to Marvin Lewis. He tied a record. He's like, I can't take the record.
But man, I really want further success this year. I really do.
So do I, man. Listen, I want nothing more than that. I want nothing more than that.
Damn it, I have not seen my team win a playoff game as an adult.
We'll
be 27 in a couple weeks.
Half of our nieces and nephews have not even seen the Steelers win a playoff game.
No.
TJ Watt does not have a playoff win.
No, he doesn't. So I want that to change this year. I really do.
That's all I want. I want to see progression. I do.
I just hope that McCarthy's recent playoff history, which I keep going back to, doesn't bite us. And it's just like, oh no, here we go again.
Yeah. I mean, that's always the fear in the back of my mind.
It is.
Listen, I hate that it's there. I do. I don't want to acknowledge it, but it's like, I don't want to get my hopes up because I've been there. Especially during the Killer B eras. I've been there. Like, I'm not BSing you. Like, when it came to the Jaguars' loss, when we went 1-0.
Bro, he cried.
I cried. I cried, man.
After
that loss hurt. I mean, we scored 42 points and we still lost.
There's been
to Blake Bortles.
Dude, there's been many losses that
hurt.
Yeah, it just hurts because it's like, damn, like we were there, we had it, we should have won that.
That was like Shazier went down, and that was motivation and encouragement for us to win it for him. And of course, Dan Rooney passed away. We were supposed to do it for him.
Yep.
And that's just the offense we had that year. Everybody a part of that offense was together. They were stable. They were right in the head for that year, at that time. And we just couldn't do it.
I will die on the hill that 2017 was our last opportunity. Was our greatest opportunity with the Killer Bees.
We were 13-3 that year, dude. First round bye.
And maybe if Shazier didn't go down, who knows how it would have panned out. But
yeah,
even still, like, yeah, it sucks.
Not to dwell on it, but it's just
like, no reason you should allow 40-something points in your own dome or your own house.
Your own stadium, no.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's just an instance. It's just an instance where my heart was broken, and I kind of don't want to go there again. What?
No, listen. I laugh because I agree.
Yeah, it's just like, with this team, I've learned, especially when everything is just repeated in the same every single year. That's what I don't want to see with this new administration, with Mike McCarthy and his new coaching staff. I feel like the coaching staff has a lot to work with for the talent to finally be unleashed. No more ball and chain, no limitations. No, you got to work with this because this is what I want to run. No, it's more of the mindset, especially under Patrick Graham. It's more the mindset of, okay, this is what you're great at. We're going to work with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, rather than trying to fit a player into something you think works, how about you, as a coach, fit your shit around the players' benefits?
To make them blossom.
Because that's what makes a good coach. That's what makes a good coaching staff, is if you can change if you are that open and you're that much of a coach to scheme your ways around the player and their benefits, that tells me everything I need to know about you as a coach. Because your shit is open. Like, you are very much, what's the word I'm looking for? You're expanded, essentially. You're very expanded in your ways rather than stuck.
Because I look at what Dick LeBeau did for James Harrison, who was cut 3 times before he finally...
Coming out of Kent State.
Yep, before he finally became James Harrison. Debo that we know of, right? Dick LeBeau got the best out of Debo.
Bro, he didn't start till he was 29, 30.
No, he didn't. And Debo made a name for himself. He held the Steelers' sack record for quite some time.
Sure did.
And then, of course, Bill Cowher. He helped Ben. Ken Whisenhunt helped Ben in his rookie year. Ben wasn't supposed to play. He wasn't. But injuries happened to both our quarterbacks, Maddox and Batch, and they had no choice but to run with Ben. And they were like, you know what? We're going to scheme our offense around to what fits Ben so he can blossom, so he can flourish. And you know what? He went undefeated his entire rookie season, won Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Sure did.
Because they're working with the player on what they are best at.
Because that still works as a coach, as a coaching staff.
It still does work.
That still works. I think we have that in Patrick Graham because he's openly admitted it.
Yes.
Like, there is no scheme. Like, there is no Patrick Graham scheme. It's what are you good at and what can I function this defense around to help you and help me.
Yeah.
And everybody, all 11 guys on that field.
Yep.
That's a great thing. That's why I'm excited about this defense this year. Because I think with what Patrick Graham has had to work with, he has shown with Devin White and Jamal Adams as his linebackers last year. Now he's got Peyton Wilson. And yeah, Patrick Queen, he needs a big year. I think out of everybody on that defense, Patrick Queen needs a big year.
He's been
underwhelming.
He's been available. He's been available. He has. I don't think he's ever missed a game in his career.
No, that's great. But listen, there's a thing of like availability is your best ability, but you need to perform.
He hasn't been consistent on the football field. He hasn't.
Yeah,
he hasn't. I don't think he's lived up to that contract. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been that dynamic or dominant inside linebacker that we're still looking for. That could be Queen under Patrick Graham. That could be Peyton Wilson finally in his third year. Maybe Graham can get that ability out of both. I can only hope.
Well, he's got a lot more athletic, faster, and younger linebacking crew than he had his last 3 years in Las Vegas, where he had Robert Spillane.
But he got the best out of Spillane, where Spillane got a big money contract for the Patriots, and he's
Yeah.
the leading charge for their front seven.
Sure is. I think isn't he the green dot over there?
I believe he is.
And then he had Devon Diablo.
Yep.
He had Landon Roberts, and I can go down a plethora. Billy Maher with a 199 says,
What's up, Billy?
Who do you think leads the team in sacks this season?
Herbig.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Herbig. Didn't he do it last year? Or was that Highsmith?
Highsmith had...
Was it 9.5?
9.5.
Then Herbig was second because I think he had 8. Or was it 8.5? I can't remember. Because I know Watt
Let me search it, because...
I think Watt had 7.5.
Yeah, yeah. In terms of sacks, it was indeed Mr. Highsmith with 9.5.
Yep. He almost had double digits.
Nick Herbig was 7.5. Watt 7.
Okay.
Benton 5.5. Hayward.
Yeah, Ben had a good third year.
Hayward 3.5. Now don't let that 3.5 fool you. Hayward had his best season last year.
Yeah, he was. I think it was that Ravens game, the last one. Like.
Oh God, he was everywhere.
Yeah. Like he wasn't. Anytime he had his hands on Henry didn't move.
Harmon had 3 sacks last year. God, I'm very excited for Harmon in the second year because I think he had a great rookie season.
Or you know what? Could the different scheme, different playbook, and maybe Watt finally being moved around because that's what Patrick Graham wants out of Watt. Maybe that could cause Watt to get back to his old ways.
Well, Watt has also acknowledged that, yeah, I need to move around. He's like, yeah, maybe I was stubborn in my own ways. Like, yeah, he pretty much said he needs to be moved around. He needs to move around.
Yeah,
he's more willing. So I think that's going to be a great thing because now the offense won't know, hey, Watt is literally singularly only on that right side.
So it's just double team him, triple team him, chip him. That's all you got to do.
Like, he's not going up against the right tackle all the time, right? Coming off that left side on the defense.
Yeah.
Now, because of that, the offense won't know where Watt's at. It's going to be a little less predictable. That way, he won't get chipped by 3 or 4 guys. He won't get chipped by a tight end, and then a running back, and then double teamed by the tackle and the guard.
Yep. Like, he could be lined up outside. He could undercut and go inside in between the guard and the tackle.
Have him blitz inside.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Patrick Graham loves his third down blitz packages.
It's the utilization, man. It's just like under Austin and Tomlin, it was just so stationary. It was stagnant.
It was bland.
It was terrible.
In the most Gordon Ramsay voice I could put out there. Blonde.
It's because and then the zone coverage aspect. All the quarterback had to do was just like 2 seconds. Boom.
Yeah.
Why do you think Jamar Chase had 16 catches? Why do you think Joe Flacco scorched the secondary?
Yeah, well,
come on.
I don't know, because you went up against that same defense for 17 seasons.
Man, man, whatever. I guess there's one guy that knows his scheme is Flacco.
There's 2 guys. One is about to fucking fight Logan Paul in WWE.
What about that?
Yes,
Why'd you
Tom
bring that
Brady.
Why'd you bring that up?
Tom Brady.
Now you know why I don't watch wrestling no more.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't do it.
That is awful.
That is terrible.
That is why. And what are they doing?
I'm not gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into this chat.
Yes.
I'm gonna get into the chat.
Yeah, let's do so.
Because for fuck's sake, it's been a while since we hung with y'all, so I want to try to read as many of your comments as we can here. Let's see. Let's start up from that super chat. Let me see. Kevin Reed says this season is make or break time for Peyton Wilson and Patrick Queen. I agree. More
Yes, it
so,
is.
more so Queen, but definitely still Peyton Wilson because, God, man, I had high hopes for him coming out of NC State, and I feel like he's going to be seeing maybe not exactly 100% because Queen's still going to be the green dot.
Mhm.
Queen will still see 100%, but ain't no reason Peyton Wilson should see less than 90% of the snaps. And if you look at the snap percentages from his top 2 linebackers and what Patrick Graham has worked with in Las Vegas, yeah, his number 1 guy, which I believe last year was Devin White, saw the majority of the snaps. Robert Spillane saw almost 100% of the snaps. And pretty much the number 1 linebacker was always on that field, obviously. That's going to be Queen this year. But Wilson, maybe they incorporate a little bit of Cole Holcomb in rotations, but I wouldn't see any reason to take Wilson off the field.
No, I wouldn't say so.
He's the kind of linebacker that Patrick Green hasn't been able to use. He hasn't had someone with that athletic background and that speed and that coverage ability. He hasn't. So why would Graham want to take him off the field?
I mean, just looking back at the linebackers that Graham had to work with, I don't think he's really had anybody as athletic with this much potential.
Or this young. The
Like,
only thing Wilson really needs to get down is his
run defense. Yes, his run defense, no doubt about it. And I know he bulked up last year. I think he put on like 10 pounds of muscle, and I think he's still working on that too. But yeah, the run defense got to be more consistent.
And just like the last 2 years, I would anticipate him to be the first guy on the field.
But I don't think Graham's really had anybody so athletic or young or with so much potential compared to everybody else that
He
Graham
hasn't
to work with.
had this many tools ever. Patrick Graham.
And he's been a defensive coordinator for what, 8 straight years?
For a long time.
Dolphins, Giants, and Raiders for the majority of the time.
Yes.
And that was with different head coaches. Like I think he stuck around with 3 different head coaches for the Raiders.
Sure did.
So it goes to show like his capabilities as a DC. Just to be a DC for 8 straight years for 3 different teams.
Yeah, I agree.
Like-
yeah, I'm very excited about Patrick Graham, man. I don't want to get my hopes up too much where I get disappointed in the end, but I do see like I don't see how Patrick Graham could fail. Considering who we also had the last several years, I mean, it's the most definite upgrade because Terrell Austin he was bad.
It's terrible. Not good.
And you pair him with Tomlin's stubborn
Yo,
ways.
dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like the final minutes of the 4th quarter versus the Ravens, like I've watched that countless times this offseason just to get my
excitement back up.
yeah, just to get the feel of football and just that entire feeling of like being in that moment.
But
like I'll never forget it. But just seeing the defense and just seeing Zay Flowers' wide ass, I'm like, what? Like, huh? Like that was our defense.
That happened 3 times in that game.
Yes it did.
Oh, and Christian Kirk against Brandon Eccles in
Yeah,
the playoffs.
yeah. It's like, what are we doing?
Well, that's why I'm excited for Graham because it's that change.
It is.
And the tools he has. It's like going into Home Depot or Tractor Supply or Lowe's or whatever fucking hardware store, right? And going in there with an unlimited budget and getting all these tools. That's what Patrick Graham walked into.
Yep.
I think that could be a great thing for this defense, man. Really.
A lot to work with.
The Black and Gold report says Herbig is going to have a huge year this year. He is. And he should also see more than 60% of the snaps.
He should not be limited. I don't want to see Herbig have very little snaps. What was it, that Thursday night Browns game, the Unk Bowl? I think he had like 6 snaps in that game or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Very little amount. It's like, no.
Yes, Tyrone, I did hear about the Highsmith trade rumors to the Panthers because Nick Swarton, I believe.
I did hear about Nick. Yeah, he
suffered an ACL
first
tear.
day of training camp. That's devastating. I didn't hear anything about Highsmith possibly being traded to the Panthers.
I wouldn't. Not this year. Not yet. Not yet. Now, unless, of course, they're willing to give us some significant capital, by all means, Highsmith, it's all business.
Then that could be very tempting.
But
yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't trade them yet. I wouldn't trade Highsmith yet. Frankly, I wouldn't trade Highsmith at all.
No,
I don't think he's the guy you trade.
Yeah,
But clearly, the Steelers are handcuffed in a certain guy's contract. Highsmith's the odd man out eventually. But I wouldn't trade him yet.
Unless it's capital or an offer that they absolutely cannot deny, I wouldn't do it. Keep Highsmith. Keep the tandem. It's a dominant tandem.
It is. Like, why would you take that away? I wouldn't do that. Not with this defense.
No.
Tyrone says he thinks Watt would bounce back with 15 sacks. I'd love to see that. With him finally moving around, it's possible. Because I think Watt still brings some level of impact. It's just the idea that, oh, God, they have TJ Watt. We got a game plan around it.
Like, he still brings that
It's going to
impact.
open up opportunities.
He brings that impact factor, no doubt about it, just to move him around and get the majority or the most out of what you paid him. Like, yeah, like, use him. Get him out there. Move him around.
Sure hope so. Antonio Jackson says, we didn't address inside linebacker at all. The room is exactly the same, so they must see something they like and can work with. I hope so.
Yeah,
And
that's
you're
a good point because, like, they were looking at inside linebacker, and if you remember, there was some Patrick Queen trade rumors to the Cowboys, but they didn't select like 10 draft picks, not one linebacker.
Man, I really wanted Kyle Lewis in the 4th round.
Yeah, so did I.
And I'm not complaining over Caden Weeden because we needed a kick returner badly. But, man, I wanted Kyle Lewis out of Pitt in the 4th round when he was there.
They didn't take any linebacker whatsoever.
No, they didn't. In fact, you're right, Antonio Jackson. They have the exact same linebacker room. Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen, Cole Holcomb, Carson Bruner, special teams demon. Malik Harrison's still here. How?
He's still here. They did add former commander. What's his name?
Jamin Davis
Him,
out of Kentucky.
former first rounder. Yeah.
Yeah.
But pretty much, yes, it's the same. So they must feel, Khan especially, he must feel extremely confident in the guys that he's got in that room and just what the coaches can do with them.
Kevin Reed says, I think TJ goes off for 16 sacks this season. I sure hope so, man. New scheme, him being moved around, maybe there might be a sense of Watt where he might actually have a chip on his shoulder. Plus, he's still fighting for that playoff victory and a further push.
Yes, he is.
Well, the entire team's still fighting for a legitimate Super Bowl run. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you as a fan, but that's what they're fighting for.
Well, think about it, like, especially these veterans, like, their time's dwindling down.
Hayward, this might be his last year.
Very well could be.
Watt,
Who
his clock's
knows?
ticking. Watt is on the wrong side of 30.
Ramsey, he's aging, dude. So it's like, yeah.
That's why they brought A-Rod back. And no shit, that's why they brought A-Rod back. Everyone knows why they brought A-Rod back. It wasn't just to mentor the young cats. To them, they think they can make a push. Can they? I don't know.
I don't know.
I want to believe me. I want to believe
But
it.
with these guys getting older, like, is it too little, too late? But are they still just so blinded by
also
having to go for it?
Well, it's also
Go all in.
Well, they don't know any other way.
No, they don't. Which I like.
I get.
Yes. Yes.
Well, this is the direction we're going.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
I just hope it leads to the ultimate result and the ultimate desire.
Yeah.
As a fan, that's all I can root for. Because, man, you believe me, I want it just as bad as any of you guys in the chat, man. Believe me. I remember watching Super Bowl 43 as a kid. I remember Harrison running 300 feet, 100 yards, end zone to end zone.
Yep.
I remember that as a kid.
Remember Holmes making that catch.
Experience that as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
I got 5 cases of Bush Apple waiting for that time.
He's not lying.
I'm not.
5 cases.
I'm not over-exaggerating.
He stocked up on them.
Oh, God. Let's see. Oh, shit. We did get a 199 blackjacking. Says, y'all going to any games this year? That is the plan.
At least one. At least one.
We want to go to that Browns game November 1st. If we buy tickets, which is very likely, we will absolutely let y'all know, and we want to see as many of y'all as we can if we get down there.
You know what? I'm tempted. Let me look. I'm going to look while we're live here. I just want to see.
It's just perfect timing.
Yep, November 1st, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when kickoff hits. Let me take a look here.
Billy
I mean,
Maher,
I think regardless, I mean, like, we'll just buy the tickets. But I'm just looking right now just to see.
right. Billy Maher says when Watt was 27, 28, 29, sure, he could line up and beat anyone, and he could. He's a little slower now. Moving around could help. Yes. Well, it's definitely going to help because now offense has got to be like, oh, no, he's on that side. Oh, no, he's coming interior.
That's right.
What do we do? And then you want a combo block with a center and a guard. Guess what? Nick Herbig can get around anybody. Highsmith's got that spin cycle that'll make anybody dizzy.
Oh, big time.
Harmon's coming to a second year. He's got a hell of a bull rush. Come on, Lee. Billy Maher, remember for 18 months, is Roman Wilson over under 12 receptions? Over. Come on.
How many receptions did he have last year?
What happened?
Roman Wilson?
I don't know.
Let me look.
I'm going to guess.
Hold on.
I'm going to guess.
Because again, a lot of it came garbage
You know
time.
what? He's wearing 14. I'm going to say he had 14 catches last year.
He had 12 catches. 166 yards. It says no, he had 2 touchdowns.
Come on, man. But Jackin with a 199 says, I'm going to the Browns in Cleveland game October 1st. They're going enemy territory. I think, are we closer to Cleveland? I'm not going to Cleveland.
It's 6 hours from here.
Oh, we're definitely not. Okay.
No.
I don't know.
Dude, it's Ohio.
Yeah, but
No disrespect to my Ohio folk out there. It's just I've driven through Ohio. I've driven to Ohio to pick up a dog. That's
yeah, shout to Patchy.
Yeah, Poncho, my boy. He's
Siberian-
a husky.
Siberian husky.
He's a husky.
He's a
my
little
boy.
shithead, but he's cute.
He's my boy. But Ohio, not the most inviting state.
Yeah, let's put it that way.
At least in my opinion.
Skyline Chili.
I can make better chili.
God, he can. I missed that soundbite.
Yo, I can't wait to make chili, bro. Like, especially when it gets cooler. Like the first day it gets cooler and whatnot, bro. I'm making a big ass pot of
Oh,
chili.
dude, yeah, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for fall weather already. I'm over this summer.
Where's it gonna smell like seasonal festivities, like especially Halloween, like pumpkin, cinnamon, and whatnot. You know, big pot of chili out there, and it's game day.
I already got bacon ideas. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Pumpkin donuts,
I got you.
pumpkin cheesecake,
I got you.
pumpkin. See, listen, I try to watch with the sweets, but if I eat sweets, it's always homemade. And he can make some good homemade bakery. He's a good baker.
Did you purchase any new jerseys for this year? So I ain't gonna lie to you, I have really been thinking about getting a new jersey. I just don't know who.
Honestly, I don't even
The
remember.
last jersey I bought was DK last year.
I don't.
For that Seahawks game.
Yeah.
I haven't worn it since.
No, it's got bad juju. I don't remember last time I bought a jersey. Maybe it was. No, I asked for the Boswell one for Christmas.
What was that?
The 2025 season. No,
No, that was when Russ started. In the playoffs.
2024 season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he retire?
Yeah, Russ is retired. He's going to be an analyst for, is it CBS or Fox?
Good for him.
Whatever it is for him. Yeah.
Tom Desenberg. Hold on, I'm gonna get your name right. Tom Desenberg. Did I say that right? I hope so. Oh, another super chat from Bajakin with a $4.99. I'll get you to Tom in a second. Joey from Draft. I'm coming Green Bay to Pittsburgh for the preseason game. My brothers and I first Pittsburgh game as well. Front row seats right behind Pittsburgh bench. No shit.
Hell yeah, brother.
No shit. Bolo, what's up, Joey? Yeah, how many of y'all we met down there?
I lost.
Like 2 dozen.
I lost count. Met a lot of y'all down there.
Had to be 2 dozen.
Met a lot of y'all down there.
Yeah, it was a great time, man.
Hell of a time.
But yeah, good to see you in the chat, Joey. That's awesome. I'm telling you, you're gonna enjoy it. Your first Pittsburgh game.
Even if it's a preseason game, just to be there, part of the environment, see the players, see some game action, it's awesome.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you're in the stadium, Heinz Field, but to be there for a game is cool. Like, no seat's a bad seat.
No, it's
Obviously,
not.
Closer to better, which
Like-
you're going to be up front and close.
Like even when
But-
we were at the Titans game, like we were like where the
We were section-
Titantron is, the opposite side, but kind of like
yeah,
basically nosebleeds.
we were section 517, 519.
I'm glad you remember because I don't.
We quickly made our way down.
It was it was December. It was the middle of December. And it was freezing.
Yeah, it was
So it was
cold.
quite the experience for our first game. But listen, man, never forget it.
Yeah, Tom, back to your comment. Who's going to be the biggest and most surprising cut at the end of training camp? Great question. Chat, feel free to let your guys' opinions in as well. Who do you think is going to be the most surprising and biggest cut at the end of training camp?
That is a good question.
I got to get bold here. Because I can't say Mason or Caleb. That's just too.
Yeah.
It's an easy.
I feel like every year just kind of one. Like at least one every year. Because last year to me it was Beanie Bishop.
Yeah.
So this year, I don't know. Surprise cut?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me see. Because our defensive line is looking Benton, Harmon, Hayward, Sebastian Joseph Day, Logan Lee, Ezekiel Tomwu, Dean Lowry, Y.A. Black. I don't want to say Y.A. Black, but
Is it somebody a part of the secondary?
I don't want to say Y.A. Black. I can't see him getting cut. He's too big.
No.
But I'm saying it's stacked enough.
Yeah.
Lowry's a vet. Logan Lee's somewhat a vet. Otamu did really good last year at nose. Sebastian Joseph Day is the perfect depth guy. He can play anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of names there, yeah. I'm looking at the secondary. I don't know.
Asante Samuel Jr. Because our room's too stacked.
Maybe
Because I don't see them cutting Eccles because he can play in and out and special teams.
maybe I don't know.
Everett, they're not cutting Everett. They took him too early.
Well, maybe Everett shows off a lot more. Maybe he takes that Eccles role.
That's a tough question, Tom. Fuck it. Malik Harrison.
That's not a surprise. I say thank God. No disrespect to him. It's just I just don't see the.
I'm surprised he made it that far.
Well, he's here. We'll see what he can do.
Real Talk says the reason Wilson gets taken off the field is he takes terrible angles. Can't have that from a starting guy in the middle. You're right. He does take terrible angles, especially in the run defense, which is where he's really got to grow. But was taking him off the field for Malik Harrison any better? No. Malik Harrison was the most unathletic linebacker I think I can recall, and we've had many. Avery Williamson wasn't athletic. Robert Spillane wasn't athletic. Joe Schobert wasn't athletic.
We had the tail end of Miles Jack. Yeah.
Who was that one
Blake
cat?
Martinez. Remember him?
Something Michael Walker.
Michael Walker, former Falcon. Yep.
Peyton, please work out, man. I think Herbig will take some of Wilson's snaps to get 3 rushers on the field. That's not a bad idea. In fact, that's probably advised. That's definitely advised.
If it's a benefit to get Herbig on the field more and help the pass rush in the defense, go for it.
I'm just talking ideas here. Could it be a possibility that on third down they bring in Herbig, Watt, Highsmith, all for the 3 linebacker blitz, but on third down in an obvious passing down, could they bring on Peyton Wilson for a coverage ability rather than Patrick Queen? Because I think Wilson is better in coverage than Queen.
Could they swap the?
But the thing is, Queen's the green dot.
He is.
Or
do they exercise Wilson potentially? Do they rotate? Do they rotate?
No, I was gonna say perhaps they give that to Ramsey.
Yeah, they could do that.
Ramsey's gonna be like his X factor, his star player.
Yeah. Yeah, the star role there. They're finally calling the nickel position at the star role. They finally adapted that.
Yeah. Just throwing ideas out there. All I know is that, you know what Omar Khan says about his offensive line. Patrick Graham got options.
That he do.
He got options. Tom says Highsmith is from Charlotte. He is. That's where he went to college, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Got a feeling Highsmith is going to have a huge season. I'm very happy with Highsmith. I thought he did really well last year. Yeah, I get he has injury concerns, and so does Herbig. They just seem they can't stay healthy at the same time.
Well, just a trio altogether.
Which is where Jack Sawyer comes into play.
Yeah,
But-
that's why they took him in the 4th last year.
But Highsmith, in my opinion, was our best edge defender. Herbig, very close second.
if you want
to swap it, by all means.
I would say Herbig, but I'm not taking anything away from Highsmith. The guy's very good. Very dependable.
He's very strong in the run defense, too.
Yes, he is.
Gotta listen to the song Superstars by Styles of Beyond. Great pump-up song for the Steelers. I definitely got to get that in there. I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm not going to play it like copyright.
You don't want copyright, but yeah.
I'm just writing it down so I don't forget.
Got to write it down.
Superstars by... What's the artist? Styles of Beyond.
Styles of Beyond. Kevin Reed says my last jersey was my watch jersey that my mother-in-law got me for Christmas. Did the Boswell one? That might actually have been the last jersey I got. Yeah. As far as purchase, I couldn't tell you. It's been that.
Yeah, because I've held off on rookie jerseys. I think the last one I bought was it Najee? I think it was Najee.
I still have 2 Najee jerseys.
You do?
One I didn't buy. They gave me the wrong one.
No, I'm lying. I'm absolutely lying. The last rookie jersey I bought was before he ever got a snap. Joey Porter Jr. Which, by the way, details will be out soon. There will be a signed Joey Porter Jr. jersey giveaway.
Yes.
I should have said that at the beginning, but there's only so much. There will be a signed Joey Porter Jr. jersey giveaway coming.
It's been a minute since we've done a giveaway. I feel like it's been, 2 years maybe?
Has it been that long?
It feels like it.
We still got cash in swear jar.
Dude, can I even lift this thing?
Sure you can.
It's
heavy. I'm afraid the bomb's going to break.
Can you see that? So it's filled up to here. That is...
The last 2 seasons.
That's a good, maybe... I'm not kidding, 40 pounds. That's a good 40 pounds.
But yeah, there will be a signed Joey Porter Jr. jersey giveaway coming. Details will be out soon. We'll let you know in upcoming live streams, obviously, in the community tab on the channel side of things. We'll let y'all know. It will probably be around the first preseason game, but we'll let y'all know.
Yes, sir. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Hopefully he gets extended before then. Because
that just make it a lot sweeter.
Yeah. Tyrone says he's going to the Bengals game in Week 10. There you go. Is that at home?
I can check it right now. Week 10. No, Cincinnati.
Okay.
Is that the second matchup between the Bengals?
Wish cheese. No, Will Howard's not getting traded.
No.
Tyrone says my surprise cut Eccles. I was thinking him, but I think he offers too much to get cut.
I don't know, man. I don't deny the versatility, and there were some instances where he was solid last year. It's just that playoff game.
I know.
I don't know, man. Christian Kirk, bro.
Where's he at now?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't care neither.
He gave me Chris Hogan vibes. No,
Why is it always the playoffs where the unknowns do this shit?
Remember Byron Pringle in Ben's last game?
Who was that one Jags receiver? He was a rookie. Rookie year, same as Juju. He wore 84. I can't remember his freaking name.
That was the only guy that torched us that I know was Leonard Fournette.
Yeah.
It was before he was... No, he was playoff Lenny. No,
Lenny.
They just didn't know it yet.
No, we got a taste of that.
Billy Maher says we should go get Minka for third. Personally, I would even give up a second. I wouldn't give up that much for Minka. We need the capital next year. But
we can't do the rules.
Well, yeah, exactly. We trade I forget what the rules are, but I know we can't trade for him back.
At least for this, is it just this next year?
I think so. I forget how the rules are.
Yeah.
But
he's a Jet now, God bless him.
I know. Well, apparently he grew up there.
He's a Jet.
It's a Jet, exactly.
He's a Jet though. He's a Jet.
I feel bad for my guy Minka, man. I love Minka to death.
Listen. I wish him nothing but the best. I do.
I still say, man, it wasn't all him. Did he make bad plays and mistakes? Did he miss tackles? Sure. It wasn't all him, bro. Man, I think Minka, man.
Do you recall his last interception?
Versus the Ravens.
Yep. That was before Russ threw the pick six to
I know.
Marlon Humphrey. But yeah, that was Minka's last pick as a Steeler. It was quite a way to get it too.
Antonio Jackson says Wilson could be a good dime backer. Absolutely.
Yeah, he can.
He's got that coverage upside.
You do.
Real Talk says, well, it doesn't matter if you're athletic, if your angles take you out of a play. I would make Holcomb the centerpiece since he is the most physical, and Queen and Wilson can figure out who is cover. Well, they obviously still see a lot in Holcomb. So, Khan, wasn't that the first free agent he signed?
Won the few. He was one of the guys that Khan wanted to get. He was very adamant about that. Right. It was him and Atlanta Roberts.
And, of course, Steelers always take care of their own because of what happened with Holcomb. It's good to see him back in football.
Yeah.
And I'm sure his role will be somewhat expanded this year. He's definitely good depth. Worst case, he's very good and dependable depth.
Yeah, big time.
How many yards, touchdowns, and picks A-Rod throwing this year? All right, let me base it off last year's stats.
Did he throw 26 last year?
Touchdowns?
Yeah.
Probably.
Was it 24 or 26? Because I can't remember. I'm terrible with numbers.
Last year, he threw 24 touchdowns,
All
7
right.
picks, 3,322 yards. I'm going to say he throws 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns,
Okay.
and 10 picks.
I would say something similar to last year. Something kind of close. Maybe like 25 touchdowns, maybe 3,500 yards.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has a similar stat line to what he had in his last Jet season. I'm talking the stat line, not his win-loss record.
No.
We're not losing. We're not having a losing season this year. And if we do, then I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, we're not having a losing season. That's one thing I can guarantee you. And no, I didn't just jinx us. I swear I didn't jinx us.
I'll believe when I see it.
Should we sign Bobby Wagner?
Didn't he retire?
No, he's still available.
Is he?
Yeah, for that veteran aspect, I'm not going to say no. He can still, I mean, obviously he's not the same guy, but
Yeah, I mean, he's still playing.
he's a great leader, dude.
36 years old. Still dependable, though. Like, he was dependable for 2 years for the Commanders.
I'd take him over Malik Harrison.
I would, too.
Now, Bobby Wagner, I don't think he'd take a depth role.
No, that's the thing. Like, if he's playing, let me see. Hold on, let me see something. Last year, I mean, he 2-year starter for he didn't miss a game as a Commander.
No,
He had
wouldn't take a
100
depth role.
162 tackles last year, 4.5 sacks.
I'd keep him on speed dial in case we get an injury. I'd keep him on speed dial. Kevin says Rodgers 32 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 3,800 yards. Possible with the weapons he has. I mean, it's no secret his weapons this year are a lot better than last year, especially at the tail end. Real Talk says surprise because Roman Wilson. You think Roman Wilson could get cut? That's bold.
It really depends on what he shows in practice.
Keanu Ben may be on the trading block.
Haven't really thought about that.
I'm afraid because clearly the Steelers are talking to him and his agent. I mean, he has the same agent as Nick Herbig, I believe, or Darnell. One of the two. One of the two. It wouldn't surprise me if he has the same agent as Herbig because they were obviously the same teammates at Wisconsin.
Oh, they're best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're close.
So my thing is like I wouldn't overpay for Ben. I'd keep him. I'd extend him, but I wouldn't overpay him. That's my thing for the role he has. Because Hayward's still going to see a majority of the time. Harmon's playing 3-tech. Benton should play 3-tech, but Tomlin and Terrell Austin would have put him at nose all the time.
Yeah.
That's not his spot. I'd put Sebastian Joseph Day at the nose. So what's his future? Because he's coming to the last year of his contract. I wouldn't overpay him. But you also want to keep that line young.
Just last year, I mean, what was it? 5.5 sacks for Ben. That's a career high so far.
He had a
for
great
Ben.
season last year.
Yeah, he really
Or
stepped
his
into
best
his own.
season.
He really stepped into his own as more of a pure rusher, and I feel like his tackling got better too.
What's your 53-man roster prediction? I gotta write that down for the next.
Yeah, we be here all night, bro.
I gotta write that
That
down.
might be a video coming down, maybe close to the end of preseason.
I can tell you the obvious ones,
Yeah,
but then because I want to see what these players can do in camp first before I really start to really trickle down to like the final guys.
yeah, I feel like it's a little too early for that. Yeah, you got to see what these guys can do.
Somber's in the chat. What's good, Somber? Billy Maher with 199. Who has the better record this year, us or the Chiefs?
Well, Chiefs looking to rebound after a losing season.
By the way, Mahomes
and losing Mahomes.
Mahomes is back and healthy.
Yeah, he's cleared.
I'm not going to speculate. I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, well,
Chiefs will have a better record.
I forgot they got Justin Fields as the backup.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Justin Fields is Justin Fields is backup.
Yeah, he is number 6 for Kansas City for year 6. Wow.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm not saying with the Steelers, but I thought coming out of Ohio State, Fields would be something.
Does that cannon have an arm?
He was absolutely the right pick for the Bears. But damn it, he just couldn't put it down.
No.
He just can't read a defense. Can't. He didn't do bad for us as a starter. In fact, he had his best run.
I
His
felt
entire
like
career as a Steeler.
I felt like when he was a Steeler, I felt he did fine.
And credit to Tomlin for that. But God, he just can't read a defense. Yeah, well, then he goes to the Jets and torches us last year. He still lost, but he torched us last year.
That was the
Only
best
to
game.
Never,
That was the best game he ever put on as a Jet, obviously.
only
'cause
to never replicate it ever again.
Never. Yeah, he didn't throw a single interception last year, but he was not good.
Did the Chiefs draft Newsmeyer? They did, didn't they? I forgot about that. Mr. Garrett Newsmeyer.
Yep, in the 7th round, 249th overall. He fell that far. That far.
I know, man, because obviously his last year at LSU did not.
That was disappointing.
Injuries and
Coaching, all that stuff.
was there something wrong with like his not his shoulder, but something with his back or something every time he threw the ball?
Was it
or his hip or something?
abdominal injury? Abdominal injury. It affected him all year. And he was like misdiagnosed by the LSU's doctors and whatnot.
Ha!
Yeah, it was not a fun year for Newsmeyer. Last year.
LSU, bro. Wow.
It wasn't. So it wasn't all him. But yeah, he fell. But the Chiefs got him, so maybe he's the ideal long-term backup.
He's got good backup potential. He does. Maybe he can be kind of what what's his name for the
What team?
for the Texans?
Davis Mills?
Yeah, something of what he could be.
Yeah.
Where he's just a good backup or a good fill-in when need to be. Same thing with oh God, I'm having a
What
major
team?
brain fart tonight.
What team? What team?
The Saints.
The Saints?
Not Tyler Shuck.
Spencer Rattler?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like backup was?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I could see it. I could see it. Like a very capable, like, fill-in backup if you need to lean on him. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he's definitely got a good coach to help him in that. Like, I feel like where he's at, it's a good place for him. But I mean, like, he's still got to prove himself.
That's fair. I'm gonna get one more poll in the chat for tonight. How many wins for the Steelers this season? Okay. See how ambitious we get, right? Let's say, what's the ceiling? 13?
Yeah. You know what? Let's go that high. I'd be surprised if we get 13 wins. I really would.
Okay. I'm gonna say how many wins for the Steelers this season? 13, 12, 11, or 10. I don't see any higher than that. I don't see any lower than that. If we get higher than that, muy bien. If we get lower than that, vámonos.
The lowest I see is 9. The peak is 13. The lowest is 9. At the end of the day, it's a winning record. One will confirm a playoff spot. One will.
You said that. Real Talk says Field needs to work on his route running or move the running back. No, he needs to be a kick returner like Madden had him.
Yeah. He's got the speed for it. He's athletic enough.
Who has more interceptions this season, Joey Porter Jr. or the Jets? Well, who had more interceptions last season? There's your answer.
Did the Jets ever finish with a pick?
No. I think they're the first team. What was the?
So you're
they
telling
were
me
the
you're
first
telling
team
me
since like the 30s or
you're
something.
telling me a former defensive back turned defensive coach who was a DC couldn't
dude
coach a secondary in the Jets to get one pick?
Bro, The New York Jets made unwanted NFL history in 2025 by becoming the first team since the league began tracking the statistic in 1933, which was also the birth year of our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers, to finish an entire season without recording a single defensive interception. So I don't know why. I don't know why this came to mind, but it did. That reminds me of what was it? 2014. I think it was 2014 or 2015.
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs didn't have a single touchdown from a wide receiver
all season.
And then I think it was 2014. And then 2015, they went and got Germie Macklin from the Eagles, and then they finally get touchdowns.
Yes.
I think.
Yes. You might be right on that. Yeah.
I think. I'm just an NFL nerd.
Yeah. No, it's weird. It's just one of those things that you kind of remember, like you shouldn't, but you do.
It's just one of those stats you don't forget.
It's like, because I remember we faced the Chiefs that year, and then even as a younger Steelers fan, I'm thinking, man, these guys are going to score a touchdown with a receiver against us, ain't they? And now they didn't. I'm like, oh.
They almost did.
Oh, they were close.
I think it was Antoine Blake was in coverage. I was like, you son
Valentino Blake.
Yeah, I was like, you son of a bitch, don't do it.
Yep.
No, they didn't have a single, they didn't have a single receiver score a touchdown in 2020 or 2014. But 2015, like I said, they went and got Germie Macklin. He had 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns that year.
Oh, there you go. What the turnaround. Andy Reid was like, yeah, no, we got to fix this.
Andy Reid's still the head coach.
Yes, he is. Heck, that was the Alex Smith era.
Bernard Nixon with it too says, do y'all think A-Rod can be better this year? Yeah. Yeah, I do think that because he has a better line. It all matters on the line mostly. If you have a good line, you give him time, he can make his reads, and I think the zip in his arm will never leave him. His accuracy can be wishy-washy at his age now, but more times it's there. Again, it all depends on the line.
I don't see
but
how
he has better weapons too.
I mean, I don't see how statistically he can't be better. I mean, yes, he's got better weapons around him. He's got better surround system around him. Like when it comes to A-Rod in his final season with the coaches and the players, I don't think you could ask for a better support system than you could, what you have right now.
But I'm also aware he does have limitations.
Yeah, like he's a year older. The mobility is not all the way there. And again, the inconsistencies of his quarterback play because of his age.
Right.
Because those are still concerns.
Because he did have the best season from a Steelers quarterback we've had since 2020 Ben.
Yeah. That he did. That's a fact.
At 41 years old.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And he'll probably have the second or maybe the exact best season since that still this year.
Maybe he just duplicates it.
With better weapons, I mean, hopefully he does better. I know he can.
Mm-hmm.
He's got everything he could possibly want. A young line that can hold protection. A backfield that has 2 really good running backs that can get 1,000 yards any year, really. Warren should have had it last year. He didn't because they didn't want to give him the ball more than 20 times in a single game. How dare you? How dare you? You got better weapons. You got your head coach, play caller. I mean, come on, A-Rod. Can he
One last rodeo.
Can he get us above the ceiling? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the concerns in the back of my head.
That and his mobility are my limitation concerns with him. Because even in prime A-Rod days, he still couldn't get over the hump.
No, I think it was his last MVP year.
He went one and done.
One and done to the 49ers. Did he even throw a touchdown in that game? I don't remember. I want to say he did. I don't know. Let's see here.
Line is subjective until we see it, but the new weapons should help. New weapons will definitely help. I like the line because it's probably going to take some time for the young cats to get going, which isn't a bad thing because I think our depth is very dependent this year. I think Cook, if he has to start, is very good depth. Brock Hoffman, Spencer Anderson, whoever you want to put at guard, very good depth. Ryan McCollum at center, very good depth.
Mm-hmm.
So I think no matter who you put anywhere on that line, I think they'll do justice. I think they'll do just fine. But yeah, the weapons also is absolutely a huge benefactor. More yards, more touchdowns, less interceptions. So I'd like to see. Twins, what do you think of the JPJ contract? Remember that he wasn't to be, or he wants to be the highest paid, and does he deserve it? Well, the highest paid is Trent McDuffie. Was it Trent McDuffie? I think it's Trent McDuffie.
I believe it is. Yeah, what, 30 mil?
30-something mil. That statistically, he had a better season than Trent McDuffie last year.
JPJ did, yes.
Statistically, he had a better season than at least 5, 6 corners that were on ESPN's top 10
I
ranking.
wouldn't throw all that money at JPJ. Not yet.
I don't know.
This would
Listen,
be his first extension with the team. I don't think you need to make him the highest paid.
I don't know about those rumors. I don't know if they're true. All I know is I have Sarah Mieto that a deal's going to get done. Hakuna Matata.
I think it will get done.
And does he deserve a big contract? Yes, he does. Because he has absolutely progressed throughout the last couple of years, especially from year 2 to year 3.
Last year was his best year, bro.
Like,
So far.
penalties went down significantly. He was double-digit in penalties in year 2. He had like 14, 15 penalties. In year 2, he went down to singular digits.
It's a decrease, man.
Low singular digits. JPJ is he's a future gem piece. You want to keep those guys. Why wouldn't you? I mean, the defense is a mix of youth and
Experience.
and experience, exactly.
Youth and experience.
Preferably, you want to keep the youth, the good youth.
You have the cornerstones, of course, with the experience, but you also have that in youth with JPJ. I feel like he's already made that input already.
Right.
He's made that case, especially in the secondary. Something that they just have not had in years.
TJ Black says, "Miss you guys. I'm fiending for Steelers football like Travis Scott."
That song sucks. That's a dude. Like, I don't even know like why. Not even music. Not to me.
I don't like much music today.
I don't listen to today's music. I don't.
I'm all of the old school guy.
I'm a retro dude. I like my 80s rock and roll. I like my old school country. I like my heavy metal.
Oh, yeah, the death metal, punk rock. Bro, like, I always say, man, my music taste is like my job. I don't know where it's taking me, but at least 17 personalities are coming out. It's facts. Robert Tonyan is on the Steelers now. That's Roger's favorite when they were on the Packers. Yeah, 2020, he had 11 touchdowns, which tied Travis Kelce for the league lead by a tight end. Now, clearly, that was 6 years ago, and he hasn't come close to those career highs. I think last year, Tonyan was with the Chiefs, and he had 1 catch for 1 yard. That's it.
Robert Tonyan has had 1 catch in 2 years.
Yeah.
But he's got the chemistry with A-Rod. So, when it comes to tight end 3, is he the favorite? Just based off that alone? And he's a veteran. What is he, 32?
32 years old.
Like,
But yeah, you're right. He's a Rodgers favorite.
yeah.
And McCarthy, McCarthy might have had him his first couple seasons.
He
Green Bay.
became a Packer in 2017.
So McCarthy's last year. Second last year.
Second last year.
Because he left midway 2018.
2018, yes.
But Jackins with a 199 says JPJ is getting paid tomorrow per me. Well, you hear it here first, folks. According to Bajackins, I don't know what his sources are, and I'm not going to spoil them for him and put him in some hot water. But according to Bajackins, a JPJ extension is coming tomorrow. I didn't tell you. He said.
Listen, man, it'd be a hell of a way to start the week before training camp. Right before the players have to report. That'd be a hell of a way to do it.
You guys should check out Jay Monty or Holy One Dove. I don't know. I don't know. Any of those are.
Who?
I apologize. I don't know. Jay Monty?
Who? Musical artist.
Oh, hip hop artist. I'll have to listen to it a little bit.
I mean, like
I'm open to anything,
I'll
man.
give it a shot.
I'm open to
Hip hop's
anything.
not my go-to, but like every now and then I'll listen.
I
Give me a song
got
here and
I got
there.
hip hop on my playlist. I got like 1,000. I'm not exaggerating. I have over 1,000 songs on my Spotify playlist, and when it's on random, it takes me everywhere. Everywhere. Holy One Dove. Why is this not? There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out.
Only one dove.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, okay.
Is he newer?
Sounds newer to me.
Is he newer?
I mean, I've never heard these two, but I mean, like, I'll check them out.
I'm also not on social media like that, so maybe I'm out of the. What's cool now?
I honestly only use social media for the channel here. That's it. I really don't post a lot. I don't really care to. I just keep tracking news and what's going on.
Yeah. Somber says I'd rather see Bell take that tight end 3 spot, but we'll see.
Oh, Jaheim Bell.
Yep.
Former 7th round pick. I think he was selected by the Patriots.
He's a good blocker.
Yeah. Big body.
Mm-hmm. But again, you know, I throw this out there because it's mainly for depth. Mainly for depth. But I also look at Riley Nowakowski, who's a fullback on the website, but can play tight end. Is tight end 3 really that necessary when McCarthy doesn't run a ton of 13 personnel?
Right.
He rarely uses it. Eddie T with a 4.99 says JPJ is good against big receivers, stride for stride, but not wide receiver who can run routes and go with the footwork and technical skills. I see JPJ as a very strong cover corner, personally.
I think he's more than shown to hold his own.
I never see him out
So
of
I
place.
get your point, Eddie T. I do.
Against big receivers, yeah, because he's a big receiver. He's a big corner, so it matches him. But it's a size matchup. Like, look at Nico Collins. Similar size athletes. So, yeah, he's going to hold his own. Same thing with T. Higgins, right?
Yeah.
Similar size guys. Higgins might have a couple inches on him, but you're right. He sticks with the big receivers because that's just he matches up with them.
If you just have JPJ constantly in man coverage, JPJ's got you. You don't really need to do a lot of zone with JPJ. You know what I'm saying?
It's not his game.
No, it's not his trait. Can he do it? Yeah, I'm sure, but like I would say he's average.
He's
at
got
best.
the instincts and the mental discipline to work in zone coverage, in my opinion. But he's more of let me get up in your face, tell me you ain't shit, and then you ain't getting away from me.
That's why he was so good coming out of Penn
That's what he
State.
is.
Yeah, and so just do that. No matter who he goes up against, like just have JPJ do that constantly.
That's the guy he is. Swear jar, by the way. JPJ is elite in man and average in zone. He's a shutdown 1-on-1. Are you saying JPJ isn't a good tackler? I think he's actually improved on his tackling a lot.
Compared to his rookie season, I think he's very capable as a tackler. Like when he gets down, he has his arms wrapped around you. Like, I don't often see a lot of receivers shed off of him.
I'm a big fan of JPJ. Very big fan. I'm very happy to see the jump he made from year 2 to year 3. How he was more disciplined and he didn't cause as many penalties. Right, he's getting smarter with that. His coverage, like I never see him out of place or so far away from a receiver in coverage. Like I don't see him ever getting jumped by a double move.
No,
He's that kind of guy. He's a better tackler than Patrick Queen. I'm not going to argue that.
I would agree with that. I would.
Grayson, the ginger, is in the chat. Says, I was just listening to Trivium, about to go to bed, and then I saw you boys are live. Mount Washington is the most exciting player, in my opinion. Let's hope he stays healthy. Yes.
One of the bigger benefits of the offense, dude.
And let's get him more targets.
Yes.
Because who's stopping that man?
Nobody.
Who's stopping that man?
Bengals defenders still have nightmares going up against him. That is a cheat code. That is a literal Madden cheat code.
The only thing is missing is crazy speed, but no one at, what was it, 311 is going to run an unbelievable 40.
Yeah.
He's just stocky and hard to take down and hard to move.
He is hard to move. He moves people.
See,
He's a bulldozer.
I knew from the combine, because you know how they do like the fuck you call them things, the shed, where they push the shed back. What the hell do they call them? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I can't think of it either. Crap.
But compared to all the other tight ends, they barely moved it. They could barely lift it. and then he gets in there, and it's like 8 feet off the ground.
Yeah, it's like it's effortless for him. It's like, oh, damn, all right.
like, come on. Like, you knew right
If he
then
could,
and there.
if he could flip it, he would. With one arm, without
He
hesitation.
probably could, actually.
He is just a beast. He is not from this world. He's
Yeah,
somebody
Mike
rare.
Tomlin calls TJ Watt an alien, bro. I think Darnell's an alien. It is a true crime we didn't see Darnell Washington as our number one guy on offense in the red zone. That's Arthur Smith for you. You know? I hate to do it, 6'7", but yeah, I mean, come on. He had, what, 1 touchdown last year?
He's had 1 touchdown last year, but 2 in his career.
How does he only have 1 touchdown last
I
year?
don't know.
You figure with a tight end heavy guy in Arthur Smith, he's like, hey, this guy's
Let's
taller
throw
than
it
the
up to
world.
him. No, let's do a screen pass.
The guy, that's the 10th wonder of the world right there.
10th one in the world.
Come on,
he's that
man.
big. That's Mark Henry. If he was a football player,
Literally. World's strongest tight end.
somebody's
going
gonna get their ass kicked.
By the way, Pat Frymuth, how many touchdowns did he have in the red zone in his rookie season with Ben?
Was it 7 or 8?
And
However
we
much.
never used him in the red zone either. It's like a tight end is invincible, is completely allergic to the end zone or the red zone whenever we get in there. When we get in the Heinz red zone, it's like tight ends are just forgotten about.
It's like you know the meme of Patrick with the 2x4 nailed to his head. That's the Steelers right there in the red zone.
Hopefully not no more.
Yeah,
Arthur Smith and his play call. Arthur Smith. God. Have fun in Ohio.
he is over there. Yeah.
OH. Shut up. You suck.
I am so glad you are not a Steelers OC anymore.
What I meant to say was Mike McCarthy has a track record of being a very good play caller.
That he does. Can't deny it.
Let's hope he brings that here. Let's God forbid, hope he brings that here. Ain't no reason he shouldn't. How many yards DK need to have to earn $33 million? Bro, he need to put up $33 million for a receiver, which, let me look at the market. Highest paid wide receiver. Let me look at the market right now.
Yeah.
But I know 33 is a lot.
No.
J-
Jackson did but like he broke it.
JSN with 42 and 150. Jamar Chase with 42 and a quarter. Drake London 35 and a quarter. Jay Jettas with 35 flat. CD with 34 flat. DK 33 average. So he is the sixth highest paid tight end in the league. Tight end. Receiver.
Yep.
My boy, you need to get at least 1,300 yards.
Amon-Ra St. Brown's getting paid less, and he puts up consistent numbers.
He also has
He has a gunslinger for a quarterback too, but
what's DK Metcalf's career high in receiving yards?
I think it was his second year. I want to say 1,300.
1,300 yards.
Yep.
Second year, you're right. With
Yep.
Russ.
He's got to reach those levels.
Man, I really thought
No
Russ was going
exceptions.
to win MVP that year too.
No exceptions, man. DK's got to achieve that. If you're being paid that much, like that's what I expect.
Well, I'll give it to DK, man. He had nobody to feed off of.
True.
Now
That's fair. That's fair.
Now he's going to have 2 wide receivers, not counting the tight ends, to actually feed off of. That's going to be a great thing for him.
Yeah, so it's like
Let's just hope he doesn't go punch a fan.
Metcalf, like no excuses. No excuses this year.
Let's just hope he doesn't go and punch a fan.
Or hope he doesn't get hurt as well. Like that's something we can't afford either.
Yeah. Our tight end and wide receiver rooms are some tall motherfuckers. We should have 0 issues in the red zone. Time will tell.
Somebody,
If we're not top 5 in red zone scoring, I don't know.
like it is a size miss. It's not even funny, bro.
6'1" Germie Bernard, 6'4" Michael Pittman and DK Metcalf, 6'4", I think he's 6'4", Pat Frymuth.
And he's 6'5"?
He might be.
He might be 6'5".
6'7", Darnell Washington.
Like, come on, man.
Pretty crazy.
It's a mismatch.
Even in years past when we had Pickens, he's 6'3". Never used him in the red zone.
Nope.
So yeah, this year should hopefully change. I'm praying. It's like the video we made. This offense, where will they rank? It'll be better. 100% it'll be better. How much better?
Time will
What do
tell.
y'all think?
Time will tell.
Top 15? Top 10? How much is too much in terms of asking?
At the very least, top 15. I don't expect top 5. I don't expect top 10. At the very least, top 15.
How many rushing yards Rico and Warren have? I think Rico has 1,000, and I think Warren will have somewhere around like 700 to 1,800.
See,
But it's not out of the realm of possibility. And you brought this up.
it's a bold prediction for me. I don't think it's far fetched, especially if McCarthy is adamant about running the football. I don't think it's far fetched that both backs get 1,000.
Yeah.
It's been done before. Just recently with Gibbs and Montgomery just a couple years back. So it's not far fetched. It can be done if utilized right.
Right.
If done right. If managed right.
Well, Warren should have been a 1,000-yard rusher last year.
He should have. He was close.
Not once did he see the ball 20 times in the game, rushing-wise.
What
When he can take the carries.
What did he average last year? I mean, he's always averaged like
yards a carry?
yeah.
4.4, 4.6.
Probably check
Did
that
Warren?
here. Warren averaged 4.5.
Right in the, of course.
Look at this. 2022, 4.9. 2023, 5.3. 2024, 4.3. Last year, 4.5.
Warren's a dog, man.
He's a beast.
I got to get his jersey. I have a Najee jersey, and I love Najee. I got to get a Warren jersey, man. That might be the next jersey I purchase. Shout out to Jalen Warren. Dirty 30
Warren's
over
here
there.
next 2 years, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right,
He
then.
can stay as long as he likes. B-Mill says, as a Buckeyes fan, Arthur Smith should be fine as OC. That's Ryan Day's offense anyway. He calls the plays. Not thrilled about hiring him, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. I wasn't thrilled when we hired him in the first place.
Dude, they did the bare minimum.
I was like, wow, this is not what we need. This doesn't fix what we suck at.
You said many times it was Matt Canada with variety.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Like, whoopee. Just less
Neek
jet sweeps and more screens.
Neek the artist says, I feel like Jalen Warren is going to have a good year this year. It seems like every year Warren has a good year.
He always has a good year.
He should really have a good year, though. If Washington has, no pun intended, massive season, how much money do you could see him getting? He's already extended.
Yeah.
He's getting paid 11-something million a year.
It's something similar to Muth, I believe. So, yeah. They're kind of like in the same range as far as money-wise.
Darnell Washington's here for the next 4 years, my guy.
Good. Good.
Hold on.
That
11?
You know what? Y'all brought up, what's the next Steelers jersey or last Steelers jersey you bought? I think I might have found my one.
Wait, hold on.
I think I might have found my one.
Washington's averaging $10.5 million a year, and he's only guaranteed 11.25 at the signing. Well, total guarantees is 20.25.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
Yeah, it is. He might be my next jersey, dude.
Darnell?
Yep. He just might. When that is, I don't know.
How y'all feel about J-Ram and his role? I like his versatility. I think Patrick Graham's really going to use him everywhere. Anywhere but outside. We don't need him outside.
No, I
It
mean,
didn't work last year, and we got the guys capable of doing it.
yeah. That's why they signed Jamel Dean for as cheap as they did.
But you want to put him in the slot. You want to put him at free safety. You want to put him in the box. By all means, Ramsey can
he
do
is
it.
that star role player. You can put him anywhere that you want.
Put him anywhere and let him work. When he moved to safety, like he was that character we needed, that energy. How do I explain this?
Not just the energy, but the leader too, because it was before the Colts game. If you remember, he stood up in the locker room and told him, like, this is, like, because of the performance that they were doing beforehand. Like, he said, this is not acceptable.
Right.
This is not our standard here. And then that Colts game defense played lights out. They played great. They got how many turnovers? And they pulled off the upset. And pretty much ended the Colts season from that point because the Colts never recovered after losing to us.
Absolutely.
So it's like Ramsey, he's that leader. He brings that energy. He brings the confidence to the secondary, to the defense overall. And he's somebody that grew up idolizing Charles Woodson, to which was utilized in a versatile way as he got older.
Yeah, he went to the Raiders and was obviously a safety.
Extended his career because of his utilization.
Yep. And that's going to do the same thing for Ramsey.
Yeah.
I just like the physical demeanor he brings, not just as a player, but, mentally.
Oh, he knows how to talk shit.
Well, but it's getting in the opponent's head.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mental game.
It obviously did for Jamar. obviously did for Jamar, and that's that's gonna be.
And then Jamar's like, yeah, I didn't spend on him. You got caught in 4K, my boy. Come on.
got suspended a game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, he always has these problems with these safeties. He flipped off Minka a couple years back at week 1, and then he done spat on Ramsey, trying to impersonate Jalen Carter.
When the Steelers get under Jamar Chase's skin, like, yeah, you can tell.
Eddie T with a 199 says, might be the time to bet parlay on offense this year.
Yeah.
I've already got some things.
I know you
thinking
do.
of.
I know you do. I'm gonna stick to my fantasy football.
I know. I gotta get on the app again and start seeing what the odds are.
Yep.
Start parlaying.
It's a matter of
like
time.
Eddie T's suggestion.
It's a matter of time.
My next jersey will be Wizard of Oz. We actually got that for Christmas
Yep.
a couple years back.
Shout out
That
to our
was-
sister. Thank you for the Christmas gift.
Yeah, that was the rush year.
And he's here for life too. Steeler for life.
Indeed, he is a store for life.
Yep.
The last remaining Killer B. Imagine Darnell blocking for Nowakowski. Well, first of all, Nowakowski can block his ass off himself, but wow. Just imagine. It's probably something we're going to get.
Yo, like the possibility of both of them on the field in a blocking manner, dude. Oof.
He doesn't run a lot. Well, technically, if he's a fullback, it wouldn't be 13 personnel.
No, it
would
wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
Because you can line him up at fullback.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So yeah.
There's
That's the thing about that. Yeah.
there's ways.
That's bully football right there. Run game should see a huge increase in production.
It better. Like, I love Kenneth Gainwell, man. Like last season, I didn't think he'd have that much of an impact or that much of an offensive role. But anytime like he had to step up, he did. So I am forever grateful for the season Gainwell had. The one season he was here, team MVP.
Yep.
I'm grateful for what he did. I wish him all the best with Baker and the Bucks. But I think Dowdle's like a better ball carrier. So you pair that with Warren and put Warren back in his natural role where he's a third down guy. That change of pace. Yeah, this run game should be really good.
It really should be, dude.
And
There's
they-
that 1-2 punch.
That's the thing with McCarthy's West Coast style is yeah, he's very 11 personnel heavy, but he's all about running the ball. It all starts with running the football,
It does.
getting the quarterback comfortable.
McCarthy's always been about tradition and, just growing up a Steelers fan, the area. Like, one thing that McCarthy does know is the pedigree of this team.
All I know is if not one of our running backs gets 1,000 rushing yards this year, I'll be a little disappointed because ain't no reason one of them shouldn't.
Yeah. Go for it, more than capable.
Rico can definitely
And if
do it.
Rico does it, I mean, he'd be the first back to get 1,000-yard 3 seasons with 3 different teams.
Yeah, he's like the Brandon Cooks of running backs.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Except Rico was undrafted. Brandon Cooks won in the first
round, yeah.
But Brandon Cooks went to how many different teams and had 1,000-yard seasons straight?
Cooks was a Saint. He was a Patriots. Was he a Cowboy at one point? He was a Ram.
Why is
You
my
might want to
computer?
mute your laptop.
Yeah, he had 1,000 yards with the Saints in 2016. Well, the year before, but 2016 was his last year with the Saints. 2017, 1,000 yards with New England. 1,000 yards with the Rams.
I forgot he was a Ram.
for 2 years. 2,000-yard seasons with the Texans.
God.
And yeah, he was a Cowboy, and he didn't have 1,000 yards after 2021. But yeah, he had 1,000 yards with 4 different teams.
Brandon Cooks, man. Underrated. Wow.
He's a speed demon, too. Billy Maher with 199. Can we sweep the Browns this year? My soul needs it. Please. We haven't done it since 2021. Since Ben retired. Or since before Ben retired. I do want to go to that Browns game, man.
You know me, I'm down.
We might be buying tickets. Let's put it that way. We might be buying tickets to that Browns game.
Maybe similar seats from what I was looking at, but either way, like you said, either seat is not a bad seat.
I'm happy, says excited to see young O-line with Warren and Dowdle running behind him. Me too. I think that's the most exciting factor of this offense is, yeah, we got new weapons at receiver, but this running game's potential is really good.
Yes, it is.
Because we know the O-line can block their ass off in the run game. Now you give 2 guys that can really carry the rock. I mean, there's potential there. Roman needs to step up in a major way, says Steelmatic Honda. He does. He does. This is a great opportunity for him. Antonio Jackson says, who runs the tush push, or do we even keep it this year? I don't know if we're going to run the tush push. It was a Spartan last year because Connor Hayward was a Michigan State Spartan.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you run it?
Yeah, just incorporate it.
I would put Darnell. I mean, Darnell's the push guy, but who's stopping a 6'7" tight end under center? Put Nowakowski under there.
You can do it. You can literally just do it with Nowakowski. You can still run that play.
Do it with Caden Weegan.
Probably could do that.
Because he's so light, but with Darnell pushing him.
Or just one of the backs in general.
I would more so vouch for Nowakowski. Just put him under there.
Yeah. You can literally just do what you did with Connor, just with Nowakowski.
You see tight end sneaks all the time. Put Nowakowski under there. He's always known for doing the dirty work. He did that for Kurt Signetti last year.
Yeah, that's right.
Go take the football. Darnell will push your ass in there. Why not, right?
And the little hands in the pockets when it gets called for A-Rod.
Yes.
Just a little point. You know A-Rod's going to do it.
Right. Yeah, didn't Darnell got hurt last year? Wasn't it Hayward who came in and pushed?
It was. What game was that?
I swear that was the Ravens game.
It had to have been, right? Yeah, because Connor
One of
Hayward
them was the last Ravens game.
Connor Hayward got a rushing touchdown in that Ravens game, I believe.
He did.
If I'm not mistaken, I think.
Are you guys nervous about Elliott coming back strong? I'm a little bit. I get it because it was a very freak injury. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine.
I mean, I didn't hear anything negative about his progression or any limitations for Elliott in team activity. So,
and listen, if he is more hurt and he does not come back the same, I have confidence in Brisker.
Yeah, same here.
This is Rogers Farewell Tour. We win in the North. I don't see why we can't. It's either the Ravens or the Steelers.
Back-to-back division titles.
Bengals ain't doing it. They ran it back with the same crew. They ain't winning shit. I don't care if that defense is better because they got Sexy Dexy and all these other names.
That Brian Cook, too, from the Chiefs.
Screw them.
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata. It's definitely between the Ravens and Steelers.
Joe Burrow's still running for his life as we speak.
Yeah.
If he ain't got time, forget about it.
Yeah, I ain't worried about no damn Bengals.
Forget about it. The Browns? Come on.
I ain't scared of Shador. I wasn't even heavy on him coming out of Colorado.
Hey, he's a Pro Bowl quarterback, though. Don't forget.
They need to abolish that, bro. They need to make the all-Madden team and just erase
They
it.
had...
No, there's too much money there, unfortunately.
They had Shador Sanders and Joe Flacco as Pro Bowlers. Joe Flacco finally made the Pro Bowl. It took him to be 40 years old.
Super Bowl MVP 15 years ago, by the way. 14 years ago.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. I think Rashard leaving Baltimore is going to be more impactful for Henry than people think. The stats when he played and didn't play last year were shocking. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
It's just the impact level, just with his position, just his play. Where did he go? Where did he go?
Where did he go? Patrick Rashard. Giants.
Go figure.
Anyone could have predicted that.
I should have known that. Isaiah likely went to the Giants too.
Yeah. And who the hell said that he could have an impact like Kelsey? Who said that? There's an ESPN analyst that said he could have a Travis Kelsey-like impact.
Wasn't that Ryan
Was
Clark?
that Ryan Clark?
Wasn't that Ryan Clark? Because that's a take I don't agree with.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, like
There's no way.
No.
There's no way.
That's a little over the top there by Ryan Clark.
Well, ESPN ain't gonna worry about that no more.
I know.
They also didn't ESPN like purchase NFL Network. They're firing everybody. They fired Charles Davis. They're firing Tom Pelissero. They're getting rid of all the good guys from NFL Network.
Yeah.
Ryan Clark as an analyst was questionable at best.
Yeah. Chick 46, losing Linderbaum is a big blow to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo!
Who's their center?
Who the hell is their center?
Who's their center?
I actually forgot they lost Linderbaum.
Yeah, he's a Raider. I don't know if that played a part in them pulling out of the trade.
Now, I have to remind y'all.
I mean,
they
like
got-
maybe I'm looking too much into that, but
I have to remind y'all they got Olaya Vega
I know, and that sucks.
I have to remind y'all.
That was my dude. That was my guy, man, Vega.
They also signed John Simpson, who sucks. Why would they want him back?
Who the hell is their center?
Did they draft a center?
I don't know. Check the.
No.
They didn't draft a center.
Who the hell's their
Then
starting
again,
center?
like how many good centers are coming out of the draft anyway?
I don't know who their center is.
Danny Pinter.
Who's their center? Can someone in the chat tell me who their center is?
Ethan Poddick, is that his name?
The former Seahawk?
They just signed one last week. Ethan Poddick. What's his name? Ethan. Okay.
Pinter? Dawkins? Who? Posick? Pokic?
Is it Posick?
Listen, I don't know. I know who he is, but
They signed him just last week?
hey, Mason Cole's still around. I 100% vouch for that.
What's Kendrick Green up to?
Where's he at? Kendrick Green from Illinois. Where is that guy at, huh?
The Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am so happy we have Zach Frazier.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't take what's his nuts from Texas either.
Who?
The Colts selected him. Didn't they?
Oh, A.D. Mitchell.
Yeah.
Ain't he a Jet now?
They traded him?
Wasn't he a part of that?
Yeah, right.
He
Yeah,
was a
they
part
did.
of that trade.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a Jet.
Yeah, I'm so glad we didn't take him either.
Zach Frazier, dude. It's
Well, I know a
that's my
lot
guy.
of people went A.D. Mitchell
my
over
guy.
Frazier. I was like, nah, man.
I freaking love Zach Frazier, man.
He was a center for the Browns the last 5 years. Oh. I didn't realize.
He's mid. All right. I'll take it.
I'd take your word for it.
Okay.
They got rid of Falili. Yeah, they did. They upgraded. They got Vega and Simpsons and man, my 6-year-old nephew is a damn upgrade over
John
Simpson. And I don't have a 6-year-old nephew because they're not that young no more. But even still, they could play that position better than Daniel Falili.
He's not good. Not good.
No.
Former Minnesota guy. Not good.
God, can't wait for the Germie, Bernard, Malachi Starks battle twice a year. Starks got cooked in college. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
that's gonna be good, man. It's weird, man. Those battles are gonna be exciting, but Ravens Steelers is gonna be so different because Harbaugh and Tomlin aren't looking at each other across the field. It's
Yeah.
a different era. It's Mike McCarthy, and it's I'm having major brain farts tonight.
Chargers DC. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
The hell
what
is
the
his
hell is
name?
his name? It's been a long off season.
Jesse Minter.
There we go.
Duh.
Jesse
Jesse
Minter.
Minter.
Yep. It's a new era for Steelers Ravens football.
Y'all see Frazier didn't make the top 10 O-line list. Yeah, I don't know how.
That's diabolical.
I don't know how. Are you kidding me? Bro, he was a top 3 center in his rookie season.
He was.
You already know who the top 2 were. Now I'm starting to think he should be top 2. Frazier's that good.
He may not get the recognition like a Linderbaum
Or Creed Humphrey.
or Creed Humphrey because of the AFC conference, but We know what Frazier can do. Frazier's a fucking dog.
Frazier's a stud. Steelers versus Niners Super Bowl would look amazing. Surprisingly, that's never happened.
Never happened. It would be a fresh matchup.
But no,
I mean, just both teams just can't seem to go the extra mile though.
well, Niners can't stay healthy.
No.
Their coach got into a car accident.
Yeah, I know.
A week ago.
I know. Scary incident.
Like, what's going on over there in San Fran, man? Like, they can't catch a break from nothing.
I don't know.
You got Ricky Parasol getting shot in his rookie season. Like, what the hell is going on over there? And you got Kyle Shanahan 2 years later getting in a car accident. Brandon Ayuk's going AB. What the hell is going on over there?
Brandon Ayuk lost his mind.
Wow. Like, I feel bad for San Fran, bro. Nobody can, like...
Talent's there. I don't think there's any doubt.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
Like, this is a team that went to the Super Bowl, twice in 4 years or something? With Jimmy G and Purdy?
Mm-hmm.
Emmanuel Sanders played that game with Jimmy G. If Jimmy G didn't overthrow him, bam, Niners are Super Bowl. Super Bowl champs. 6-time Super Bowl champs. And now look at them. They can't stay healthy. No, last year, man, and shout out to Mac Jones and shout out to Shanahan because all those injuries, like they went through a lot and they still... CMC surprisingly escaped injury.
Yep. He was the one healthy guy really the whole season. And good for him.
Rams are bringing back Donald. It's going to happen. They've been beating around the bush a little too much. It's happening. We know it's going to happen. In my opinion, I think Ward was a better receiver than Antonio Brown. In my opinion, he's still the best receiver in Steelers history. Because I factor a lot into that. But I'm telling y'all, man. AB was one of the most special and talented receivers I've ever watched. He might be the most talented and best receiver I've ever watched. Because I was too young for T.O. and Randy Moss. And I saw Calvin, yeah, but for someone like AB to do what he did at his size and his position and his draft selection and where he came from,
that's 6 years.
he was untouchable.
6-year stretch, man.
There was only one guy. There's only one guy in the entire league that stood toe-to-toe with him. It was Richard Sherman. That's it.
Everybody else. Like, who remembers Chris Harris, part of that Broncos defense? Didn't give up a touchdown in 2 years. AB got 2 touchdowns on him in that Broncos game when the Steelers made that comeback at Heinz Field. I actually watched the highlights of that game not too long ago.
Yep.
And just
that receiving core was...
Woo! AB,
That was Prime
Bryant,
Ben.
even Marcus Wheaton. Like, that was a trio. Prime Ben.
D'Angelo Williams was our running back
He
that
was.
time because Bell got hurt.
He was. O-line was great, of course.
Yeah. 2015 was a interesting year.
But AB, dude. First ballot if he didn't lose his mind. Probably still be playing. Probably.
He'd be going down the TL route, playing for so many different teams. But, bro, I'm telling you, that
man would have broken records.
That 2013 to 2018 run is never going to be duplicated. Never.
Nope.
Never. Because I'm not saying some of these quarterbacks we're watching today aren't great. But we used to watch gods throw the football.
Mm-hmm.
Ben was one of those gods. So when you mix that with someone as talented and as ambitious and as driven as AB was, those stats will never be duplicated by a receiver.
You couldn't stop him.
No.
It didn't matter what you did or how you tried to scheme around it or defend it. You couldn't stop it.
AB was different. If y'all were too young to watch AB, take it from me, man. I saw all of that as a teenager. Some of the best shit I've ever watched as a Steelers fan.
There was that Broncos game. There was that Raiders game. His last game, bro, against the Saints. Like, he went out
booming.
He went out.
He went out booming, all right. Such a shame, man. Such a shame. It upsets me every time I think about it or bring it up. whether it's in private conversation or it's live on stream or whatever. It's one of those like, man, it could have went the other way.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't. Jericho Cotchery was great. Yeah, he was. He wasn't here long. Was he that 1 year actually?
He had double-digit touchdowns, didn't
He did. Ben liked him.
he? Yeah. It was a target for Ben. As long as you were on Ben's good side, he threw you the ball.
Double coverage didn't matter. AB still came down with it. Yeah. Plus, you had a quarterback like Ben that could drop it anywhere, and their chemistry was unbelievable. When Ben would motion out the pocket and extend plays, AB was running along. Like AB just knew. Bernard, next, Mike Wallace. He wore 17 too. Not as fast. Mike Wallace was purely a deep threat. Purely a deep threat.
Oh, no, nobody could keep up with Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace was fast.
Good hands, too.
Yeah. And
But
then
that's what
he
just
thought
made him
he
such a
thought he
great
was
deep
all
threat.
that, and he left for the Dolphins and wasn't nothing.
Yeah, wasn't the same, really.
The Young Money crew, AB, Mike Wallace, and Emmanuel Sanders.
With Hines Ward being the leader in that group.
Yeah, towards the tail end.
Toward the tail end.
Eddie T with a 199. Last time the Steelers beat an actual top team. Woo! Oh,
Great question, ADT.
Chad, I might need y'all's help.
Well, I don't think they really did in the 2020 decade thus far.
Well, playoff wise, no.
Well, just regular season too, but
An actual top team, dude? Oh. I'll be real with you, man. This might be going a little too far back. The Broncos in 2015. Is that a little too far back?
Patriots maybe
Patriots in
2018.
Yeah, Hayden got that interception. I mean,
Yeah.
we did beat the Patriots last year. You're right. They did go so well. They went on a huge undefeated streak after they lost to us.
I mean, that was a sloppy game though.
Well, sloppy by the Patriots. They couldn't hold on to the football. Yeah, we didn't take advantage.
No,
of it.
it was
But
sloppy on our
that
part. We were
defense forced a
conservative.
lot of turnovers.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah, if you want to say the Patriots last year, by all means. I mean, they weren't as established, but you still got to take the win,
Yeah,
right?
sure, but
Because they won the Super Bowl. Well, they didn't win, but
They
went
made
to
it, but
the
they
Super
got
Bowl.
they got belted ass in that Super Bowl.
Steelers vs. Seahawks would be a Super Bowl to watch. Crazy thing is we still had a chance to win that game before that KG accident. Yeah.
That's fair.
We were very much in that game. Then after that, it was just one of those things that sucks everything out of you. Define top team. We beat the Pats and the Lions last year. I'm going to say contender, which I guess Patriots were a contender.
Technically, yeah.
Lions, they didn't make the playoffs last year, did they?
No,
Damn.
no, they missed out. That's what shocked me last year.
Yeah, I guess it's all how you define top team. Yeah, rematch with the Patriots week 2. Yeah. And that's back at our house,
Yep.
I think. Yeah, no. No, wait. No, that's back at their house.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Gillette.
I thought it was at us.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Gillette. That's right, because we opened the season at home.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Mine is 2020 playoff loss to the Browns. In terms of what? Like worst loss? Yeah, Big Tay, you're right. That Vontaze hit on AB was really downfall, of course.
Nobody can convince me otherwise about that. That's what did it.
Eddie T with a 499. Appreciate you, man. Says, I'm actually talking about top defense and offense when did they actually beat a team with caliber, overall good team? Let's really do research. Yeah, you're talking like a complete unit. I mean, if you're talking top defense, I'm going to go with the 2015 Broncos. I mean, Ben and his crew were the only offenses to get over 300 yards, not once, but twice.
Ben did it with a bruised up shoulder with Brian as his number one in the playoff game.
He had Fumble Fitzgerald Toussaint, and Jordan Thomas as his running backs in the playoff game and almost won.
Yep. They were leading up until Toussaint fumbled.
Yeah. But if you're talking like overall, like as long as an offense too, damn, that's gonna take
You really got to dig down deep. You really got to think. I don't know, man. That's gonna take some thinking. Then you just hit the pose there, like really thinking,
I'm really trying to think because yeah, it's
like you contemplating. Billy, yeah, the Colts had number one scoring offense, but then their season tanked afterward.
Jamie says love Hines. He was clutch, but all around receiver. AB hands down. AB was like that. AB was like that.
I feel like that's always a topic of discussion, though. Like Ward or AB.
Well, they played in two different leagues too.
They did, though.
Ward was what you wanted in a receiver. He did everything with a smile on his face, which is why he's my favorite Steeler of all time.
And should be, and soon to be Hall of Famer. That man needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He needs his gold jacket.
My dog, yeah, Eddie, you got me. You got me really thinking here. It'd probably have to go back to one of the Super Bowl years. Swear to God. And I'd have to take some serious, intensive research.
Yes, it would.
For rankings and everything.
That's how shitty the Steelers have been. They have not beat a real caliber team in ages. I love the Steelers. Let's be honest, fans, says Eddie T.
Well, yeah, they couldn't step up to top teams, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Very evident.
Tyrone says Cardinals Super Bowl 43.
Well, yeah, they had 3,000-yard receivers that year.
Yep.
It was Fitzgerald, Anquan Bowen, and I forget the other guy's name. But they had 3,000-yard receivers. And that defense was every bit as physical. Like, yeah, if you want to go with the Cardinals Super Bowl 43, absolutely. If you want to take it, man, that was one of the greatest games in NFL history.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Beating Colts in the playoffs in 05 to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, and that was that was a tough Colts team too.
They were very first round bye.
They were well-rounded.
Number one in the AFC.
They were well-rounded.
They had a kicker that didn't miss a single kick at all season.
Dwight Freeney. And
Robert Mathis.
Yeah, oh my God.
You had Reggie Wayne still. You had Marvin Harrison Sr. You had Edgar and James. Peyton Manning, of course.
And that safety.
You had
who couldn't stay healthy.
Bob Sanders.
Yeah. Again, you gotta go back.
That's another game I look back and watch, like the highlights and whatnot.
Just Bettis almost, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like we were about to seal it, like it's over, and then boom.
By the way, shout out to Brian McFadden for that pass breakup on, was it Marvin Harrison Jr.?
It was Reggie Wayne.
Reggie Wayne. Was it Reggie Wayne?
Reggie Wayne.
They had Dallas Clark, too, at tight end, who's not talked about enough.
No, he's not.
Number 44 for him?
Yep. Yeah, rookie Brian McFadden saved the season with that deflection.
Well, Ben saved the season, really, but
yeah,
you got to give every bit of credit to McFadden for making a play in his rookie season. He had a couple, runs with the Steelers. Wasn't here forever, but he won 2 bowls with us.
Yeah, he did. He was a component to the defense. He was. You can't take it away from him.
I was too young to watch that game. Way too young. So I didn't really get to experience that. But obviously, through film or like the NFL films and the what's the word?
Footage?
No, the documentaries. The documentaries they would do.
Yeah.
Like intensively watching it and understanding like the meaning of that season and just how gritty that team was and what that
they
season
were
meant
the
for
6th
everybody.
seed. But before that time, no 6th seed had ever went through the entire playoff run and won a Super Bowl. Steelers were the first team to do it. All on the road.
When was the last time the Steelers beat a high caliber quarterback in their prime? High caliber quarterback in their prime.
Eddie T, you and the questions tonight, man. Holy God.
Probably Peyton Manning in 05.
Right?
No, it's got to be more recent than that. Come on. It's got to be more recent than that, right? I know Tomlin underachieved a lot, but was it really that?
What about, would you consider Josh Allen? The opening game in 2021.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
We got the upset versus Buffalo on the road, week 1.
We beat Tom Brady in 2018.
Yeah.
He went on to win another Super Bowl. I will absolutely take 100% credit for that. I'm just not sure what he's trying to prove. We all know our offense has been anemic since Ben, and we haven't had this, or we've had the same vanilla defense since LeBeau left, finally moving out on the better things, hopefully. Hopefully. That's the dream, that's the vision, that's the desire from all of us here. Best Steelers team ever? I can't really go up against any of the 70s teams, right?
No, I can't.
Probably the team that won Super Bowl 13. I mean, either of the 4 that they won in the 70s.
And, you know, different eras and whatnot, of course, different times, but the 70s were, they won 4 Super Bowls in 6 seasons.
Yeah.
They got how many
9,
Hall of
10,
Famers?
13, and 14.
How many Hall of Famers on that team? 11?
Shout out to Bill Nunn. What a scout.
Bill Nunn
Coach
assembled all
No.
that. A lot of them were small school guys.
Yeah, fucking Joe Green came from North Texas.
And Jack Lambert, he was tall and lengthy but skinny. Jack Lambert is probably the greatest linebacker of all time. Inside linebacker at the very least.
Like,
Anybody know who John Stallworth was? Lynn Swan? Though he came out of USC still, nonetheless.
well, Iron Mike Webster, wasn't he, what, a 4th round pick?
Thought it was 5th.
Was it really? You're right, 5th round pick.
5th round pick. Iron Mike Webster. Iron Mike, we got him up there.
Rest in peace. Shout out to his son Garrett, by the way. One of the best centers to ever play the game. Crazy, man. Yeah, probably. It's.
I don't think any other Steelers team touches the 70s.
But it can't. Yeah, it's a different league. I get it, but
Yeah, you also got to keep in mind throughout that time, like the NFL kept changing the rules because of how dominant the Steelers were, and the Steelers continued to adapt.
Yeah.
They adapted to the rules, and they still won. Nobody could stop them.
that's how they played the game. Yeah, I'd probably say any of the Super Bowls we beat Dallas in, 10 or 13, is probably one of the better teams. I'm being real with you.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong either way. I always thought Super Bowl 13 was a better Super Bowl, though. Francis Fuqua, yeah, he was the intended target on the Immaculate Reception.
Did the ball touch him? Only he knows.
We'll never know.
Only he knows.
He gonna take that knowledge to his deathbed, which hopefully isn't anytime soon.
He gonna take it to the grave, man.
He was the
He ain't
intended target.
he ain't gonna tell anybody.
That's funny, though. He was the intended target, and only he knows what really happened.
Or so he says. So he says.
Why they call it the Immaculate Reception.
Yeah.
It
The
was
play
it was a beautiful moment in time.
It is a play that started everything.
That Steelers team 09, 08, 10 was scary.
Oh,
They
the
were-
defense is
defense
big
is-
tie, yes.
Tomlin was, he said on what, the pivot? Or no, it was Ben's
It was
podcast.
Ben's podcast.
Yeah. He said, like, the 2010 defense is why they have invented what we know now of as the player safety initiative.
Yeah.
2010.
Dude,
They
like,
turned Vince Young inside out. Josh Cribbs.
yo, he
right?
got, hit by his teammate, former teammate, Harrison from Kent State. Harrison knocked him out cold, concussion. Harrison got fined. How many times did Harrison
And
get
no,
fined?
it wasn't dirty. It was how the game was played back then.
Harrison said himself on his football life, like he played within the rules of the game. He's not out there to hurt you. He's just playing football. He's not out there to injure you. He's just out there to play football.
That Ryan Clark hit on Edelman, damn. That one and obviously the Ravens running back, right? McGahee.
Yep. Willis McGahee.
Yeah.
Like, boom.
Well, he was it the one on Edelman where Palomalu like prayed immediately?
Was it Edelman or Wes Welker?
No, it was Wes Welker. You're right.
Yeah, Ryan
Edelman-
Clark, bro, he laid the hammer on Wes Welker. Troy. All of a sudden, Holy Spirit's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like, oof. Clark could hit. We all knew it.
That's how it was. You played the game based within the rules. And now, oh my God, it sounded bad. Flag, even though it's the cleanest hit in the world, it sounded bad. Pads are gonna hit. Helmets are gonna hit.
You
It's
can't. Well, you just can't have contact with the players anymore.
Like I get player safety, but it's just there's certain things you can't avoid. It's a contact physical sport. It's how it's meant to play. Joe Flacco said it. Only for him to complain when T.J. Watt hit him hard on the ground.
Well,
So what is it, Joe?
Well, he is 40 years old. He's up
Then why is he still playing the game?
Because Flacco,
He ain't broke. I know that.
he's throwing the ball to Jamar Chase.
He's got a Corvette rotting in his shed. How dare you?
Can you blame him? He's throwing the ball to Jamar Chase. What'd you say now?
Just saying, bro.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know. With that being said, chat, it's 11 after midnight. Well, at least where we are.
Midnight Eastern Standard Time, yes.
Yes. Yes.
We're live for over 3 hours here.
By the way, for some reason, so when you guys were sending the super chats, thank y'all, by the way, seriously. When Still Saying Jedi sent the 20 memberships at the beginning of the stream, I forgot to unmute the alerts. So when the super chats came in and they weren't hitting the sound, that's why. That's on me. My fault. I forgot.
We ain't getting the rust off, okay? It's been 3 months since we've been live.
Yes.
Cut us some slack, okay?
It is, but you know, it feels good to be back live. It feels good to talk to you guys.
Yes,
I know
do.
it's been a while for one reason or another, but we're glad to be back here. Training camp starts in a couple days. Players report on Tuesday, technically tomorrow. They'll be back on the field, St. Vincent College in Latrobe on Wednesday, and you already know. Steelers football will be back. We'll keep y'all updated with everything going on. I know everybody's going to be looking for updates and looking at the fan footage. I know I'll be.
Yes.
I'll be at my fingertips looking at anything I can see for a lot of players. It's an exciting time because football's back, and then preseason will be here in about 2 weeks from Thursday. 1 week from this Thursday, if you care about the Hall of Fame game. I know I do because I'm so withdrawn from football. I need something.
Yes. I'm right there with you.
So not too much longer till we can actually watch football again, and then we can actually get the CBS and the NBC and all those anthems going on, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, it feels like every week, like, someone posts it and I see it. It's like, we're inching closer. Was it like 7 more Sundays, I think, right now?
7 more
As far as
Sundays.
regular season goes.
7 more Sundays.
Yeah.
7 Sundays from now, we could be 1-0 or 0-1.
As we host Atlanta, week 1 at Acrisure Stadium.
Yes, sir. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all. As always, we'll keep y'all updated regarding training camp, and it should be interesting to see what we could hear from the first week as they get into Latrobe. So with that being said, we'll catch you on the next one. Shout out to Child of the Corn with a 199 cents prediction on best single preseason outbreak. Eli Heidenreich. Shout out to my guy, Eli Heidenreich.
Caden Weegan.
Okay.
We'll see what Caden Weegan can do.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. I'm looking forward to everybody, though. We'll
Yes,
see.
sir.
We'll see y'all then. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Y'all have a great week, and we'll see you in the next one. Here we go, Steelers. Love you guys.
And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!